%100% Australian made and family owned. The favourite yeast bread of the Sydney Kings.
Actually, have you got it?
Yeah.
A round 5 sweep beckons for the Sydney Kings after Friday's record-breaking performance. Good afternoon and welcome to the Sydney Kings Basketball Pre-Game Show. We're coming to you live from the Qantas Credit Union Arena, the one and only Kingdome, as the Kings complete their double this weekend with a battle against the explosive Adelaide 36ers. I'm your host, Matt McQuaid. Thanks to our naming rights sponsor, Mighty Mite, and our other great partners, United Airlines, the Sydney Boulevard Hotel, Nudie Juice, Audio Technica, Glencoe Electrical, St George Bank, and Vic's Premium Quality Meat. We're coming to you live via sydneykings.com and the Sydney Kings TV YouTube channel. A special welcome to all fans in Sydney who couldn't make it to the game, 36er fans watching from Adelaide and South Australia, our many fans listening throughout the New England region on Tune FM, and indeed all NBL fans with us today. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoy our coverage. Joining me as he always does in his 4th season as my broadcast partner, it's my exceptional pleasure to welcome NBL Championship winner, 1992 NBL Grand Final Series MVP, the one and only Bruce Bolden. And Bruce, Friday night, it was all about defence for the Kings in their great win against Wollongong, and they need more of the same against a team in Adelaide that leads the league in scoring.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And with that that defence, it also was probably filtered by the right mindset going into the game, knowing that the Hawks. Well, I guess we all expected the Hawks to come out a little bit more stronger than they did, but at the same time, the Kings was in the right mindset going into that game, and they definitely want to come out with the same mindset today here.
And with Adelaide, they beat New Zealand last week at home, and 3-2 on the season for the 36ers. They probably exceeded early expectations, I think it's fair to say. But they bring in an Australian boomer in Brock Modem to add size and talent to a group. Already includes Adam Gibson coming off a spectacular game last week. Jamal Wilson, we thought was going to play, he's out, so that's big for the Kings.
Yeah.
Good, but still, the 36ers, they've got good size in Luke Schenscher, a workhorse forward in Anthony Petrie, and a good shooter in Brendan Teese. They did have to give up an import to get Modem, Daquan Montreal, obviously. But with that said, do you see Adelaide now as a legitimate title contender?
It's early days, obviously, but, the names you just mentioned is some very good names. And if these guys can get going, get that chemistry going as quick as possible, start clicking, they are definitely going to be, back in the right position that Joey wants them to. Hence why he, put this team together, made that decision of getting rid of DQ and going after Brock, which is, great for the league. Everyone is talking about him. Everyone wants to see him, stamp his authority within the NBA and show his caliber of basketball here in the NBL.
And the Kings, as we said, had that great win over the Hawks on Friday. It was their biggest ever win over Wollongong and one of the biggest road wins in the club's history. But I guess, Bruce, we have to be really fair and say we understand that the Hawks are going to finish last this season. I think they're 1-8, and the way things are, what you and I saw down there, it just looks like it's just a huge mess that it's going to take a while for them to fix up. So the Kings' 2 wins over their season, which are their only 2 wins to date in 2014-15, don't have as much merit as normal, to be absolutely fair. So given that, Adelaide has all this talent, and we know, and they bring Modem in, how important is it to get a win today over a team that's considered legit, especially at the Kingdome?
Well, 2 things here, and those were 2 names, I should say, and that's Perry and Childress. They had their best games as a combo against Hawks. We both know that Kendrick, we've been waiting to see him really show us what he's capable of, and he did that against the Hawks. Childress, what I liked about Childress is I think Childress had a time to think about his game, think about how to implement himself, think about how to step up as a leader and take the team on his shoulders, which right from the jump ball he did with the intensity. So if they can carry that momentum, that confidence, that intensity into today's game, that's going to go a long way in them, coming away with a victory.
And probably one of the only sort of, not that there were many, low lights for the Kings on Friday night was the form of Ben Madgen. Really quiet night from him, the Kings' leading scorer a couple of years ago, and really his mid-range game very important for this team in his perimeter game as well, but has really struggled. And I mean, how important is it for him to get untracked offensively?
Well, obviously, with him being the captain and, one of their key offensive arsenals, very important. And I think what Madsen has to do, he just have to continue to have some patience. Don't try to force it. Don't rush it. Let the game come to him. Probably work a little bit more closely with Kendrick now that Kendrick is playing better, so Kendrick can look when he do create opportunities and draw that extra man and, find Madsen in the spots where he's comfortable with. The other side of that, too, is the offense has changed from last year. There was a lot of sets ran for Mads last year where he had a lot of good looks, which he obviously scored. That's not happening as much this year with Childress there, with Kendricks there. They have an inside target. Tommy Gallup is taking up shots. So it is an adjustment that Mads, is taking well. But it's also an adjustment that he shouldn't get too comfortable with. And he's a scorer, so he'll always have that mindset. He'll know when and how to get the ball.
And just talking about game styles here, Adelaide, we know the one thing about this team is they love to run. They lead the league in scoring. They're averaging over 90 points a game. Joey's a very free-flowing coach. I mean, you know him extremely well. Does that suit the likes of a Kendrick Perry and Madgen to sort of get in that flow early, get comfortable in the offense, get some open looks, because they will get open looks against this team?
Yeah, I mean, it is to a certain extent. You don't want to get into a run and gun game. You want to run with some smartness, with some good decisions, recognizing when to attack and also recognizing when to maybe bring it out and make Adelaide play some defense. And as far as Adelaide running, if the more Kings force Adelaide to take it out of the net, the slower Adelaide is going to be.
Yeah. So what are the keys for both teams tonight, you see, at getting the W? Obviously, as we said, Adelaide are looking to run at pretty much every opportunity, but for the Kings, Damien Cotter in the post-game press conference in Wollongong on Friday night spoke about the need for consistency. I mean, is that really the key for the Kings?
Oh, no question about it. Whatever the game from Hawks, if it was bottled up, they can, let it out of the bottle today and replicate that. They were excellent on the boards. They dominated on the boards against the Hawks, which they should have. They need to make that same stance here tonight against Adelaide, and that's both offensively and defensively. And when Adelaide do play that half-court game, they're really going to have to make sure they buckle down and do some, work on their one-on-one D with some weak side help. Gibson, he's going to be the key because he's going to be looking to get Mottram in. They're not going to waste any time of getting him into the game, and I can't say I blame them. They know what he's bringing to the team, and you got to utilize that straight away. Unfortunately for the Kings, they haven't had an opportunity to scout him, so it's going to be a case where Damien is going to have to react, make coaching decisions during the course of the game.
How important is the loss of Jamar Wilson to this team? They're already missing Mitch Creek, very athletic forward, of course, and he's out for a few weeks with injury, but Wilson with the hamstring tried to go, couldn't go this morning. How important it is, because he's just a great floor. I think you and I have got a lot of respect for him. Huge,
particularly down the stretch. We know what he's like in that fourth quarter when he know the game is at a place where he need to make his presence felt. He'd also give Gibbo that chance to go into the 2 spot where he can, get out on the wing and shoot some jumpers and not have to bring it up all the time. So those two worked extremely well this year, and not having the both of them is going to have an impact.
Okay, we're going to pause for a moment for the national anthem. No, we're just introducing the 36ers. Both teams going to introduce on the floor. So there's about 6.5 minutes left till tip-off, and the Kings just sort of shooting around at the moment, and before they're introduced individually. We might go through the lineups while we've got some time. Starting, of course, with the visiting team, the 36ers. With Jamar Wilson out, they will start with Adam Gibson coming off a sensational game. 34 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 steals against the New Zealand Breakers last week. He'll be joined by sharpshooter Brendan Teese, who had a career-high 23 points. He's an outstanding perimeter shooter, and the Kings have got to get out to him and put a hand in his face. Anthony Petrie, one of the most versatile forwards in the league. He's going to play the 3 spot today. BJ Anthony, big, powerful forward from New Zealand. He's going to play the 4. And, of course, the 7'1" Luke Schenscher out of Georgia Tech University went to the NCAA Championship final, and he's going to start at the 5. off the bench, their new signing, Richie Edwards, on a short-term contract, naturalised American. He's going to come off the bench for them out of Albany, New York. Tom Daly, who once upon a time tried out for the Kings. Actually, it was last year. Tried out for one of the last 3 spots that were available for the Sydney Kings. Good perimeter shooter. Peter Crawford, veteran, former Boomer. Good bench player for them. And, of course, Brock Modem out of Washington State University, a 6'10" forward, has played for the Australian Boomers, played in the FIBA World Cup in 2014 and was one of the last players cut by the Utah Jazz in the NBA preseason. Head coach for the Sydney Kings is Damien Cotter, assisted by Robbie McKinlay. I'm sorry, Bruce, I've just jumped ahead. Head coach of Adelaide is Joey Wright, assisted by Kevin Brooks. And, of course, Damien Cotter is not the coach of Adelaide, he's the coach of Sydney. So, Bruce for the Sydney lineup.
That would be news to us, but anyway.
That's big news. Breaking news.
I'll start with the Kings captain, who we was just speaking about, having to change his role just slightly, but still very important to the team. That's been Masden. Kendrick Perry, who had a great game against the Hawks, and we're looking to replicate that tonight. Josh Childress, who really was a catalyst to the Kings' victory against the Hawks on Friday. Angus Brance, the big fella in the middle. Tom Galt, who had a solid game against the Hawks, always capable of having that a better game. The bench, Jason Kadee, his former team, he's playing against Daniel Joyce, Josh Dunker, Majal Chaw, Kevin White, Cody Ellis. Coaches, Damien Cotter, who we're speaking about, Rob McKinlay, team manager, Laurie Watterson.
The one and only. Okay, we are now going to pause for the Australian National Anthem. It's going to be performed by X Factor finalist Brothers 3. They are also doing the halftime entertainment here at the Kingdome as the crowd stands up. And we're also going to have a moment's silence for former Kings player Travis Lane. His father, James Lane, unexpectedly passed away this week. So we're going to have a moment's silence to commemorate that, and we send our condolences to Travis and his whole family.
In 2002-2003, the Kings offer our deepest condolences to James' family, friends, and the Sydney Comets at this difficult time. Now please remain standing for the singing of the Australian National Anthem by Brothers 3.
Here's the Australian National Anthem. That's the Australian National Anthem. So with 5 minutes left until tip-off, just want to remind everybody listening in to remember to check out the Game Time Sydney Kings Twitter feed on @SydneyKings. Check out our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Sydney Kings. And of course, don't forget to visit the Sydney Kings website, www.sydneykings.com. Also, make sure you check out our Sydney Kings Facebook page and the Sydney Kings Line Facebook page. And remember, the NBL website, www.nbl.com.au. NBL, bring it. And as customary on Sydney Kings TV, it's time to do our shout-outs. Firstly from me to Mitch Ivey of Tune FM in Armidale, and once again, it's always great to be partnering with Tune FM. They've been with us for a number of years now. So it's great to have all the fans from Muswellbrook and Scone and Tamworth and Armidale and throughout the world. I know they've got quite a reach, so it's great to have everybody on board for that. And although she's in the building, I have to give a shout out, Bruce, to my boss, my beautiful girl.
Oh, she's in
Dr.
the house.
Rachel Coxon. She's finally in the house. She missed our first 2 games, but she's in the house.
There's a different vibe in the building today.
There is a much different. I'm much happier. And and finally, one thing I must say, and this is, and I know he's listening in Queensland, is a very, very, very happy birthday. 50 years old. I cannot believe he's 50. But the great Mark Dalton, Sydney Kings legend, foundation member of the Sydney Kings, one of Bruce's former teammates with the Kings, of course, and
great teammate. Would love to see him setting the screen today. I guarantee you'd be just as hard.
Greatest screen setter I ever saw, and one of the toughest, maybe the single toughest man I ever saw. Just a fantastic person, and gave his heart and soul for this club, and was the heart and soul of this club for many, many years. From 1988, of course, the Kings' first season, to 1995, was part of that special 92 unit with Dwayne McLean and Kenny McCleary and Dean Utoff. And Bruce, of course, you remember the magic that in that year, and you had your battles with that team.
Much so. Great battles. I was hoping last week to see him during the Pan Packs, but I wasn't able to get up there.
Shame.
But that's okay.
And his son is a beast.
I heard.
Cal, look out for Cal Dalton. Is a serious ball player, and like his dad, if you can be, well, put it this way, he can be half as good as what his dad was. Yeah. His dad's a legend, and he's a Sydney Kings legend, but he's a legendary person as well. So, happy birthday, mate, and all the very, very best.
For sure.
To you and your lovely wife, and it's we're definitely thinking of you today. And as we said before, there was a moment of silence, and the team will be wearing black armbands today in memory of, as I said, the father of former Sydney Kings player, NBL Rookie of the Year one time, NBL Championship winner with the Kings in their first championship in 2003. Travis Lane, his dad James, who was a beloved member of the Sydney basketball community, worked for the Sydney City Comets, passed away from a heart attack this week. Just a shocking news, and lovely man, and really beloved by all. Travis, just a great guy as well, Bruce. And I mean, you knew them, and obviously know them, and it's a very difficult time.
Very, very nice family. As you said, it is a tragedy. He was a gentleman, that paid a lot and did a lot for the game here in Sydney, and that generated all over Australia. So he'll definitely be sadly missed.
And also, just want to point out, Josh Childress, Sydney Kings superstar import. He has begun something here on game nights called the Chill Zone, and what he's doing is he's out of his own pocket. He's buying 20 tickets each week for disadvantaged children and people in the Sydney community to come along to watch the game, then do a meet and greet with him. He's been doing it ever since he was in the NBA, and it's all part of his foundation, the Josh Childress Foundation. This afternoon, it's members of the Sudanese community that will be, they'll be here. There's a group of them here, and they'll meet and have a chat to Josh after the game, and a fantastic initiative. The Josh Childress Foundation, this guy, there's not much more you can say. He's just an outstanding individual in every way, Bruce.
Well, you know what? It just shows everyone that, these guys are professional basketball players, but they're also good people with generous hearts and think about others. So it's great for him to establish that here in Sydney with the Kings. So it just lets you know that what he went through a couple of weeks ago is not the Childress that was portrayed.
Exactly right. All right, we've got about 10 seconds till tip-off here. I'd say the crowd would be around about the 4,000 mark, so not too bad for a Sunday afternoon. Obviously, you'd like to see more people in the stands, but it's still filling up. And, I'd expect there'd be a few more people in by tip-off. They do tend to come late here at the Kingdome, as we know, Bruce.
Especially on a Sunday here. It's nice outside, so it might take them a little while work their way here to the Qantas Credit Union Arena.
It is beautiful, beautiful day here in Sydney. Just having a look at some of the celebrities. We've got the Network 10, access to the Network 10 monitors, so we're just having a look at some of the celebrities in-house. I think I just saw Liesl Jones, great Olympic champion, is in the house. And Kings just being, the starters just being introduced, as we said. Same starters that took the floor for Sydney's record-breaking win, 82-53 against Wollongong. We're not expecting 53 points. If they did that against Adelaide, I think it would make people sit up and take notice.
Yeah.
But Adelaide, far superior offensive team. But here comes Josh Childress getting a high five from his teammates. Adelaide, as we said, they're going to send out a very big lineup, even without Jamar Wilson. Gibson, Tees, Petrie, Anthony, and the big man, Luke Schenscher, at 7'1". So Angus Brown, he had 7'2" against him, ranged with Luke Neville. He's got another 7-footer to go up against.
Well, it's interesting that that BJ is starting. No disrespect to him, but I thought maybe he'd throw up Marcham straight away. Modem, I should say.
Kings win the tip, and here we go. Perry lays it off to Magin, now Childress top of the key. Perry on a curl, Gibson on him. So they've identified Perry as a danger. Gets it to Garlop. Garlop launches a three, and that's short.
Good possession. They got the ball around some hands, made Adelaide, work on that possession, and Tommy Garlop had a good look there.
Gibson almost throws it away. Petrie manages to save it to Tees. 12 on the shot clock. Kings in that zone again. Tees attacking it. Magin, good defense. Stops it right there. Dumps it down low to Gibson. Quick pass. BJ Anthony in the paint. Right hand scoop shot. Reynolds home.
Nice touch.
So good patience by the 36ers, and BJ Anthony opens the scoring 2-0. 9:15 left in the opening period here from the Kingdome. Matt McQuaid and Bruce Bolden with you. Round 5 action on Sydney Kings Radio. Here's Garlop with a rip through, but Anthony stops it. Still Garlop. He's going to back Anthony down the post. Kicks it out. Magin steps to it. Up fakes. Gets it back to Garlop. Garlop facing up. Fires away. Yes.
Nice look.
Nice jumper from Tommy Garlop. Opens the scoring for the Kings, Bruce.
And there was some good patience with that. Masson tried to make something out of the penetration there, but nothing happened and recognized.
Good hands by Perry. Sorry to interrupt, Bruce, but Perry just harassing Gibson that time.
Good pressure.
Schenscher in the low block, guarded by Brandt. Banks body, stripped by Garlop. Beautiful hands. Here's Perry. Perry in the open floor. Perry flies to the rack and scores. Can't stop that.
No, that was tough.
4-2. Kings in front. 8:28 left in the first period. Brendan Tees with the ball. They're looking for Schenscher again. They find him. He dumps it down low, but Magin steals it. Manages to get it back to Schenscher with a skyhook, and he scores. So for Childress, good defense by the Kings, but Adelaide get a basket out of it. Now Magin with a drive finds Childress. Childress going hard against Petrie. Petrie fouls him. So that's, again, that attacking the basket as we saw in Wollongong, Bruce.
Yep. Saw the opportunity there, and he's very good at his spin move, which teams just can't handle.
Just looking at Josh here, Bruce, I think looks like he's had a bit of a whack in the face. He's telling referee Brad Gish he's all right, but I just noticed before when on defense, he's just sort of rubbing his eyes then.
Okay, I didn't see
he's taken a bit of an inverted whack to the face, but he shoots a free throw and rattles it home.
Yeah.
Josh Childress out of Stanford University. Former high school All-American, McDonald's All-American. 1 of 2 at the line, Schenscher the rebound. Kings lead 5-4, 8:04 left in the opening period here from the Kingdome in Sydney. Gibson gets a huge pick from Anthony, and Perry bounces up. Gibson fires away from the baseline and hits it.
I like how Gibbo recognized the opportunity there.
Here's Childress with Gibson slapping at him. Cross court to Magin, 16 on the shot clock. 36ers showing zone. Now they switch. Magin pulls up from 18 and hits it.
Nice shot. Way to keep his balance.
So that's good confidence booster for Madge. Has been struggling with his shooting, as we said in the pre-game. He scores. Kings back in front. Now another pick from Gibson. He pulls up from 18 and he cashes in again. Adam Gibson, 2 for 2. And the 36ers lead 8-7, and that's dangerous, Bruce.
It is, and whoever's guarding BJ Anthony need to get up on that screen because it's leaving Gibbo wide open.
Brandt top of the key, finds Magin on a curl. They double Magin. He gets it quickly. to Garlop. They leave him alone. Garlop for 3. Yes!
Good look.
Tommy Garlop hits a triple, and the Kings are out by 2, and that's a shot he can hit, Bruce.
Yeah, he can, and he need to make sure he look at that anytime you get open.
Kings lead 10-8. 6:55 left in the first period. Again, they set a pick for Gibson. They set another pick. Gibson, super pass to Anthony, and it's rejected by Childress. What a play. Spectacular by Childress. Here he comes down the floor, looking for Garlop, finds him. Garlop, quickly. Perry, top of the key for 3, and in and out. And now there's a foul. They're going to get Brendan Teese for a hold.
Yeah, he was trying to stop Angus from going to the offensive boards, but he was holding in the process.
Bruce, the patience the Kings are showing is very impressive so far.
They are. I totally agree with you.
It'll be Kendrick Perry to inbound the ball from the left baseline here. Gets it back from Garlop, guarded by Gibson. Now he's going to pull it out and set a play. 11 on the shot clock. Childress looking for Magin. Tees all over him. Magin getting a pick from Garlop. Anthony fouls him on he jumped out on the switch and he fouled Madge right in front of us here. We've got great position here, courtside here at the Qantas Credit Union Arena. That'll be Anthony's first. As Damien Cotto just has a chat to Madge about the next play. Be Childress to inbound.
Yeah, sounds like it's isolation.
Adelaide switching, they're going back into a man. And that's what they're doing, Bruce. Good call. They're trying to isolate Magin against Tees, and they do. Here's Magin. Fancies his chances. Pulls up, shoots it, and that's short. Brandt, great rebound, but the 36ers came away with it. Gibson almost steals it, finds Tees. He almost loses it, but he pulls up, throws it up, no good. Childress rebounds, head of the pack. Here's Garlop. Garlop, layup is good. Good find by Josh Childress.
Good quick heads up by Josh.
Sydney lead 12-8. Kings shooting 5 of 7 from the field, so they're off to a flyer. 5:55 left in the first period.
Just a sign of that composure that they're having in offense at the moment.
Petrie, who's barely... Gibson just fires away. Swish! Adam Gibson.
He's on fire.
3 of 3 from the field, and it's 12. Watch out. Gibbo with his shooting eye in early. That was a great shot. Just launched it.
Didn't hear the whistle, but yeah, he called it.
Yeah, foul was called by Gish as BJ Anthony just has no chance against Childress.
No.
And he'll sit down, replaced by Modem. Meanwhile, Brandt sits down, replaced by Dunker.
It's not bad having Modem and Peter Crawford come off the bench.
Yeah, Crawford comes on to replace Brendan Tees. And meanwhile, it'll be Childress. And he'll be shooting for 2. First one is good. Childress now with 5 in the game already. And had just a tremendous game against Wollongong last Friday night. Just set the tone in the first period with those 6 rebounds and makes the second. 2-2 at the line for Josh. He's got 6 and the Kings lead is 3. 17-13, 3:48 left in the opening period. Here's Peter Crawford, the great veteran, guarded by Magin. Now finds Modem, well beyond 3. Modem just launches it, picks it up and hits, and says bang! First touch of it and hits a 3.
Hey, I'm not working my way into the game. I'm shooting as soon as I get it.
17 apiece, and that's dangerous as well. Your big man just showing great outside touch. Now Garlop's going to attack him. Garlop fades away, and that's long. So that was probably not the shot they wanted Garlop to take.
No.
36er rebound, here they come. Crawford, Gibson, down low to Modem. Modem going up. Modem rejected by Childress. What a play. 3-on-2. Childress. Perry's flying. Childress throws up to Perry. And he throws it down with one hand. A spectacular alley-oop dunk.
Nice.
Oh, my Lord.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm going to put it out there. Play of the day. That's play of the day.
I'll tell you what, it's an early contender for dunk of the season, Bruce. That was sensational. We're just having a look at the replay and oh my goodness. That was sensational.
For those that are listening to us, they can feel the excitement from us, but that was a serious alley-oop there.
And Crawford, Magin comes to him. Crawford pulls up and hits it from 3.
Oh, tough shot.
So that's a tough shot. Magin couldn't do much more, and Adelaide leads 20-19, and Adelaide just absolutely both teams shooting the lights up.
Totally agree with you.
Adelaide 9 of 14, Kings 7 of 13. Here's Childress, guarded by Richie Edwards, and there's a foul. And that'll send Childress to the line. Adelaide's in the penalty. Josh Childress being very, very aggressive offensively early, and that's good to see.
And, you know, with this lineup out here, he needs to make sure he maintain that.
Jay Chill at the line. Free throw, and that rattles home there. He hit the front of the rim, crawled over the front of the rim, hit the backboard and dropped.
All his free throw shots look very flat.
Yeah.
Like they say in baseball, line drive.
That's more
Except
like
for that
it.
one.
Yeah, that was a good one. 2 of 2 at the line. Kings back in front, 21-20. Great game we've got going here at the Kingdome. 2:21 left in the first period. Here's Richie Edwards with the ball right side. Kings now go to man. Imagine gets nailed by a screen. Now they get it to Edwards. Launches one right in Childress's face. Cody Ellis taps it to Crawford. Crawford banks off the window and scores. And the 36ers lead 22-21.
Flop
so
warning. Wow.
It's a flop.
That was a flop warning on Schencher.
On Schencher, yeah.
I actually thought he got pushed and ref didn't call it.
Yeah.
I can see that in the replay.
He's going to sit down, replaced by Petrie. Joey Wright wants to trying to get Brad Giersch's attention as to why that flop warning was called. But again, a couple of times Adelaide getting a fortuitous offensive board and making the Kings pay. Here's Madgen wide open off a pick. Madgen fires away! Ben Madgen for 3, and the Kings lead is 2. 24-22. What a game we've got going. Now Madgen harassing Gibson. Somebody's open. Here's PC. Corner 3. That's short this time. Childress, huge rebound. They're running. Kings 4-on-2. Childress to Dunker. Dunker's foul.
I love seeing Childress bring that ball up. He makes sure something happens every time, and his decisions are spot on the money.
He's just an outstanding talent.
Yes.
He's special, I think you have to say, because we really have. I mean, for those of you in Sydney that are listening to us, you know, maybe you're watching on One and listening to us, and I know a lot of people do that. Get yourselves down to the entertainment centre, the Qantas Credit Union Arena is now at the Kingdome, because this doesn't come along very often, Bruce. Not this kind of talent.
Not at all. Sorry, man. In actual fact, Josh Dunker, I should have expected the pass to be coming, and therefore dunked the ball.
Sarah Murdoch in the house with Lachlan Murdoch, so we've got some media royalty as Dunker's 1 of 2 at the line. Kings lead by 3, 25-22. 1:33 left in a highly entertaining opening period here at the Kingdome. Gibson, guarded by White, now tees into the game. Finds Modem. Modem attacks Dunker. Modem with a beautiful step through. Score into the basket! And the foul. And Brock Modem has made his presence felt immediately. A three-pointer with his first touch. Now he goes to the line for the N1.
I can tell you right now, Matt, every time he gets the ball, he's looking to score. So Kings need to have some weak side help for whoever's guarding him. And I just noticed Damien said that he wants Josh to guard him now. Josh Childress, I should say.
Rather than Josh Dunker.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Childress too, Bruce. He can, because of his length at 6'8", and because of his athletic ability and his skill set, he can guard anyone virtually from 1 to 5.
He can. The thing that might hurt him, though, it might just exhaust him a little bit more and affect his offense.
Modem, 3-point play. Score is tied at 25. What a game we've got in store for you today. Jason Kadee in the game against his old club. 1:12 left in the first quarter. Finds Ellis. Ellis, great pass, and they lose it. They collapsed on it. Here's Modem. Modem sprinting down the court, and he travelled. Good defense, Kevin White. Oh, they've called a foul on White. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see if we can get a replay on that. But I'd say it's a hands foul. Doesn't look like they're going to show a replay of that, so we'll have to give the referees the benefit of the doubt on that one. Now here's Crawford, guarded by Childress. Finds Modem wide open. Modem launches it. Bang! Brock Modem on fire. He's got 8 on 3 of 4 shooting, and the 36ers lead by 3.
Wow.
Childress, right-hand dribble drive. Childress, left-hand scoop shot.
Nice.
Magnificent finish by Childress.
That was tough.
28-27. Childress with double figures. Now Modem steps into a 3. Not that time. Rebound Childress. He's everywhere. Here's Kadee. They're looking for Dunker inside. He's banging bodies with Modem. Instead he finds Childress. Now he gets it to Dunker. Dunker in the paint. Misses.
Good look. Actually a good move as well.
22 seconds left. Game and shot clock almost identical. But so the Sixers, let's see if they run down the clock. Tom Daly into the game now. He's going to dribble it right down. 36ers leading by 1. Here's Tom Daly, now guarded by Kadeem, crosses over, goes into the paint. Daly fires off the window, no good. Petrie offensive rebound, manages to get it to Tees. Tees rejected by Katie Ellis at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first period. We're going to keep it right here. Your score, the Adelaide 36ers 28, the Sydney Kings 27. And Bruce Bolden, just looking at these stats, the Six are shooting 63% from the field. The Kings are 9 of 15. I mean, this has been an exceptional game. And now, sort of looking at the turnovers, the Kings only 1 turnover so far. And just looking at the 36ers, 1 turnover as well. Yeah. So just a well-played basketball game so far.
It is. And, you know, normally you would say 28 points and 27 points is a lot in the quarter. But the way both teams are shooting and the shots are good shots, you expect this scoring amount. And you know, you have the likes of Josh Childress who's coming out on fire. You have Mottram, who just come in, haven't missed a beat. He came in as if he's been here for the last 10 years. But at the same time, I think what he's also doing, he's making a statement to those back in the US of A that might be on the NBA team to take notice. And luckily for him, it's actually on TV.
He's 3 of 5 from the field for 9 points, and he's hit 2 of his 3 triples.
Yeah,
just quite remarkable. And you know, it is interesting, Bruce, and it does say a lot as well, I think, about Joey Wright as a coach, because his philosophy is you get it, you're open, you shoot it.
Yeah, and you know what? And I think that also just shows that he has confidence in his players. Now, at the same time, he make them accountable when they do take a bad shot. But when they open, he's behind them 100%. The other thing about Mottram, he's actually coming out with that same style, same play against as he did in the World Championships. Where he was aggressive and assertive.
Yeah. So we'll just run through the stats quickly for you. Kings 9 of 16, as we said, 56%. Adelaide at 57%, 12 of 21. I was looking at the 2 points, so sorry about that. So they're shooting 57, both teams. The 36ers led by Brock Mottram, 9 points off the bench. Adam Gibson already 6 points on a perfect 3 of 3 shooting. And Peter Crawford has 5 for the Kings. Childress has just been awesome. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 block shots, all in the first quarter. Remarkable. Tommy Garlop has 7 and Ben Madgen has 5 for the Kings. And really, the highlight of that period was that unbelievable one-hand alley-oop dunk by Kendrick Perry off the feed from Childress. Quite remarkable.
One of the pluses with the Kings is that they've already taken 8 shots from the free throw line.
Second period underway here, and Daly guarded by Perry. So Gibson on the bench at the moment. Brendan Tees, now Daly. 14 on the shot clock, finds Mottram. Mottram now guarded by Garlop, just steps back, fires away from the baseline. Brock Mottram with 11. And right now, Bruce, the one person I'm thinking of is Daniel Johnson. This is exactly what they've needed.
True. You're so true.
A replacement for Daniel Johnson, and so far, Mottram doing the job. Now there's an offensive foul on Tommy Garlop, I believe, setting an illegal screen. And it is. Referee Brad Giersch on the call. Now Adelaide lead 30-27, and Brock Mottram
is going. You're going to have to make him put it on the floor and have some help.
This is the third guy they've tried on him now with Garlop, who is a good defender and has the mobility to go with him. But Mottram just launches a 3, and that's long that time. Childress and Petrie fighting for the boards, and Childress knocks it out of bounds.
Green light.
He's not even thinking about it, Bruce. He's just launching it. So, obviously, Joey Wright, that is the greenest of green lights.
Okay.
Now he gets it back, and now Madgen knocks it out of bounds.
I was expecting him to shoot that one.
There's a huge mismatch now with Kendrick Perry. The Kings now looking to go in a bit of a zone, I think. Yeah, looks like a 2-3. Are they going to mix it? Yeah, they're going to go into a 2-3 zone. The Kings are in that 2-3 zone. Petrie looks at a 3, turns it down. Daly, quick pass to Tees. Tees crosses over, goes into the paint, kicks it out. Petrie, now Mottram. Mottram goes baseline. Mottram thrown out by Childress. So Josh Childress again, ahead of the pack. Madgen looks to pull up, and an offensive foul. And he's knocked down Daly, and he's saying, what about the flop? And let's see if we can get a replay here. Madgen. Yeah. Did make some space, but there was a huge flop there as well. They definitely got away with one there. Turnover on the offensive foul by Magin. Gives the ball back to Adelaide. Yeah, that was a flop. Just looking at the replay here, there's no question that was a flop. So here's Petrie. BJ Anthony going to work. Spin move. Fades away. No good. Childress skies for the rebound but kicks it out to Tees. Tees launching an 18-footer in rhythm. No good. Rebound again to Josh Childress. Childress to Magin. Magin go baseline. There's a foul. Throws it up. No good. And they call a foul this time on Daly, and Magin will go to the line for 2.
Good heads-up play by Josh again. Got it out on the wing. He looked left, looked right first, and then in looking left, he saw Mazin on his left side.
Almost identical to Friday night, Bruce. The difference is he hasn't missed a shot. You remember he missed about 2 or 3 shots. He was a little bit out of sync offensively. Not tonight. Already has a triple and a beautiful move inside as Magin hits the first. Madge now with 6 and is going to try and make this perfect 2 of 2 at the line for the Sydney Kings co-captain. Ball in the air, swish. Magin has 7 and the Kings lead, Adelaide lead, is 1, 30-29. Now Gibson's on the floor, throws it, a wild pass, looking for Modem and threw it out of bounds. So that's a ugly turnover that time by the 36ers. Kings possession. 8:29 left in the first half. Gibson's going to pick Perry up. Now he finds Magin on a curl. Magin goes into the paint, kicks it out. Garlop up fakes from the elbow. Now steps through. Garlop left-hand shot. No good. Rebound Petrie.
Ooh, probably had the open jump shot there at the start.
Petrie ahead of the pack. Here's Modem baseline. Launches a tray. No good that time. So he's missed his last couple of shots. Here's Perry exploding in transition. Perry kicks it out and throws it away. He was looking for Magin, who's claiming he was fouled. Damien Cotter chatting to Brad Giersch right in front of us, asking the question, but nothing doing as Luke Schenscher comes on to replace Modem.
That's the call of tech, was it?
Ben Magin's been assessed a technical foul. So they warned him after that, the Tom Daly situation, Bruce, when he felt like Daly had flopped. And he was complaining that time about being held.
Well, unfortunately, Matt, I don't think Matt should be talking about flop, period.
Yeah, exactly.
He just got to get that out of his system.
Gibson makes the technical free throw.
Yeah, and the other thing about that, too, Kendrick came down and he did put himself in a good position to get something out of that possession.
It'll be Adelaide to inbound the ball. It'll be Tees and now Anthony and now Gibson. Gibson. Petrie on the right side. They're looking for Schenscher. Can't find him. Instead, it's Tees quickly. Now finds Schenscher. Beyond 3. Dumps it down low. Perfect position, and Petrie's fouled by Childress, I believe.
Yeah.
And he'll go to the line for 2. Just the one thing, obviously, Adelaide making a point of is attacking that Sydney interior, which has been an issue for the Kings so far this year, Bruce, that interior defense.
Yeah, and, and Adelaide is very confident in their interior offense. Petrie is tough down low. We already know that. And then you have the 7-foot Schenscher. BJ Anthony use that big body of his. So they, have some offense on the block there, Adelaide does.
Petrie makes the first. One more to come for Peach. It's in the air and it's good. And the 36ers now have their biggest lead of the game, 4 points, 33-29, 7:45 left in the first half. Here's Childress now. Cross-court pass to Magin. Magin, baseline 3, bang! Then Magin hits another one. He's got 10. He's got his shooting eye back. And the 36er lead is 33-32. Here's Anthony as the Kings go back into this zone. Now he gets it down low to Schenscher. Banging bodies with Brandt. Schenscher. They double team him with a step through and a layup.
Yeah, it was a very ugly step through, but got the basket, which is the important part.
35-32. Bit of pressure, but they break it down. Here's Garlop, just goes straight to the rack. Now Magin pulls up from the 3! Another one! Magin, back-to-back threes. Score tied at 35. Timeout, Adelaide. Ben Magin on fire. He's got 13, and It's a timeout with 7 minutes left at the half. Bruce Bolden.
Who were we talking about at the beginning of the game? And as I said to you, he's a scorer. He know how to get. He know how to score. His teammates are doing a great job of recognizing him when he's open and he's on fire. And credit to him. And he's, as you can see, when he gave a jumping high five to his teammates, he's pretty excited about it.
When he catches it in rhythm, Bruce, it's automatic.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some great shooters on this floor. I mean, you've got Adam Gibson, who has been a little quiet. He's spent a little time on the bench, obviously, but he got hot early. Brendan Tees, we know, can shoot. On the Kings side, we know Gallup's already hit a 3. Cody Ellis, we know, can shoot. So it's no surprise that there's a lot of points being put up today.
That's right. And again, it's not a run and gun game today, but it's at a good pace where the production that we're seeing is a cause of that.
So Kings coming out with their starting unit. And imagine just 4 of 6 from the field. He's got 13. Josh Childress already working on a triple-double. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 block shots. He has done everything.
Was it correct? Am I correct that Josh has played the whole game so far?
He has not sat. So here's Gibson. But they're going to ride him for as long as they can. Crawford in the game now, finds Petrie. Back to Crawford. Crawford, top of the key. 3 on the way. Bang!
Tough.
Peter Crawford answers it with a triple. 38-35, and there's another one that can really light it up when he gets in rhythm. 38-35. High-scoring game here so far. Now they get it down low to Brandt. Kicks it back out to Childress. Back to Brandt. Brandt attacks Schencher. Throws it up off the window. No good. And a foul has been called, and Angus Brandt will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That was a good look. I like how Josh Childress wanted to get that ball into Angus. He knew that Angus had an advantage there, and I think Angus needs to look to attack the basket a little bit more when he's one-on-one down there. The teams are not going to double him just yet, which is great for him.
Brandt at the line. Free throw, that's way off. So that's a brick from Angus. Yet to score in this game. But still doing a yeoman work inside against the 7-1 Luke Schencher. Second free throw in the air is good. 1 or 2 at the line for Brandt, and the Adelaide lead is 2, 38-36. And now the Kings putting some pressure up the floor. Now they call it off. Peter Crawford guarded by Madgen. Gallup comes to double team quickly. Here's Modem into the game. Modem with a step through, launches it, no good. Childress knocks it out brilliantly to Gallup, and the Kings are running. Here's Madgen. Perry coming down the left side. Madgen on the right side. Has to give it up to Gallup. Here's Perry. Dumps it down low to Childress. Childress attacking Schencher. Talked him out of it. No foul. Good call by the ref. Childress initiated that contact. It's a rebound. Now they get it down low to Petrie. Petrie fumbles it. Petrie's been in there a long time, and it's a 3-second violation called against the 36ers Sydney ball. Good defense by Tommy Gallup then. They got Petrie on that low seal, but stayed right with it and forced the turnover. Yeah,
it was good D because Petrie was reluctant to go up with it because Tommy was back there in a good shot.
Now he finds Brandt. Brandt has to throw up a wild shot, misses, rebounds Schencher, almost fumbles it out of bounds. So Angus Brandt just pressing a little bit at the moment, Bruce, I think. Not quite in his rhythm. Meanwhile, here's the dangerous Gibson. Gibson attacking the hoop and scores up the window. Just blew right past Perry with a right hand and scored. And it's back to 4. It's 40-36. And Josh Dunker about to come into the game for Brandt. Don't think Damien Cotter's very happy with Angus at the moment. Now an offensive foul. Set a moving screen on Petrie. And Angus Brandt, that'll be his first personal foul.
Yeah.
He's a very frustrated man as he goes to sit to the on the bench, replaced by Dunker.
Yeah, he was kind of moving, and at the same time, Josh was moving as well, which makes it difficult for him. Modem
to inbound, finds Gibson. 2 Australian boomers. Gibson putting some heat on Perry up the floor. Gets his pick from Schencher. Now Perry jumps to the switch, but Gibson gets it back. Gibson. They're looking for Schencher. He's guarded by Dunker. He's trying to front him. Now Schencher gets the ball. Throws up a skyhook, and it's rebounded by Childress. It was long. Now Perry on the break. Kendrick Perry to Childress in the middle. Childress with a magnificent step-through layup off the window.
Composure.
Just so composed, so calm, And just a beautiful step through. He's got 12, and it's back to 2. It's 40-38,
I just love
4:41
how in
left.
transition he can change gears and still be under control to make a very good shot.
Now Gibson just jacks it, and he's fouled by Perry. And with a hands foul, Gibson launched a baseline jumper. Perry got a piece of the arm, and it'll be Gibbo at the line for 2. Adam Gibson, 4 of 4 from the field. He's got 9 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist.
Is that Perry's second, is it?
Yeah, that's Kendrick Perry's second. So that's Jason Gadee will come on, and Perry has 4 points and hasn't been able to hit a tray just yet. He sits. Gibson, free throw in the air is good. Gibson, an excellent foul shooter. He knocks it down. 1 more to come. Ball in the air, and it's good. So Gibson, nearly 80% coming into this game, has 2 for 2 here, and it's 42-38. 4:29 left to half time. Garlop lays it off to Madgen. Now we've got a foul. And what have we got here?
Foul on Modem.
It's a foul on Modem, yeah. I just thought it was going to be an offensive foul there for a second,
I thought
Bruce.
so too, actually.
Yeah. I mean, but it's foul on Modem. That's his first. Adelaide's third. Kings already in the penalty with 4:25 left in the first half. Garlop, 10 on the shot clock. Lays it off to Madgen. Madgen, they double team him. Still Madgen. Now he kicks it out. Garlop's wide open. Garlop, 3 ball in the air. Bang!
Nice look.
Tom Garlop with his second triple, and it's 42-41.
Good recognition by Ben Maston to know that that Tommy was open.
Gibson getting a pick. Gibson attacking his old teammate. Kadee scores off the window and draws the foul. What a play by Adam Gibson.
He is so intelligent, and to the point where he recognized an opportunity to score. At the same time, he's still looking for an open teammate. The Kings need to really get someone on that split line help because he's made that shot 3 times so far in this first half.
Gibson with 13. He's a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. He's got 1 at the line to come. Ball in the air. Good. 3-point play, and Adelaide just keeps their nose in front. 45-41 with 4 minutes left to halftime. Anthony Petrie about to come into the game for the 36ers. Meanwhile, here's Garlop, guarded by Modem. Gets a pick from Dunker. Garlop attacks the hoop. Schenscher comes to block him, and he draws the foul from Schenscher. So that'll be Schenscher's second personal foul. And Tom Garlop, who has been very, very effective. He's got 10 points. 1 of 3 Sydney Kings in double figures.
Yeah.
Will go to the line for 2.
Smart play. He knew that he had the penetration on Schenscher, and Schenscher wouldn't be in a position to either block it or even just put his hand straight up. And by doing that, Tommy made contact with him.
Garlop at the line for 2. Ball in the air. It's good. Garlop now with 11, and as well as Adelaide are shooting the ball, Bruce, they're at 52%. Kings are at 57%, but
Wow.
Adelaide can't quite establish that break at the moment. Kings hanging right with them for now. Second free throw, good from Garlop. Tommy Garlop with 12, and it's back to 2. It's Adelaide 45, Sydney 43, 3:44 left to halftime. Gibson, guarded by his old teammate Kadee, goes behind a screen, launches a 3! Adam Gibson hits another one. Damien Cotter is furious. Jason Kadee made the cardinal sin of going under that pick and roll, the on-ball screen. Gibson said, "Thank you very much." Bang. He is 6 of 6 from the field. And the Sydney Kings are down 5, 48-43.
Well, I wouldn't blame Jason for that. I think the defender, his teammate on the screen, was telling him to go under, which probably wasn't good advice because, again, I was just saying about Gibbo being so intelligent. He read it straight away. So what they're going to have to do when Gibbo come off an on-ball screen is double it, force somebody else to make the play.
I'm saying, Bruce, I mean, the thing with Adelaide is no Jamal Wilson out there. They don't have another point guard. They really don't. I mean, Tom Daly is a point guard, but he's not going to play big minutes.
No.
Brendan Teese is by no means a point guard. Their whole philosophy right now, get the ball out of Gibbo's hands, make someone else beat them, because right now, what they're doing defensively is not working.
Yeah.
He is en fuego.
Yeah.
6 of 6 from the field. He's got 17 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Coming off a 34-point night last week. And Jason Cadee, and so the Josh Childress still out there. So Damien Cotter is going to ride Josh Childress for as long as he can. And why not? But they've got to do a better job at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And that's with, and now look at this lineup out here now, the Adelaide. Very offensive lineup.
Yeah, Modem, Petrie, Crawford, Gibson, and Brendan Teague. So a lot of firepower out there. Here's Garlop in the front court, 15 on the shot clock. Looking for Childress, finds him. Childress, right-hand dribble, still Childress. Childress forcing his way to the paint, throws it up, no good. Gets his own offensive rebound and is fouled. Will go to the line for 2.
That's tough.
So that's Childress deciding to take matters into his own hands that time, Bruce.
Yeah, no, and he had the smarts just to bounce back up and go for the and try to tip the ball back in after he had missed the shot.
Daniel Joyce comes in to replace Ben Madgen with 3 minutes to go to halftime. So this will be, obviously they're going to, Joyce not known offensively, but his length they're going to hope can disrupt Gibson to a degree. They've tried a few things, just haven't worked so far at Adam Gibson. Meanwhile, here's Josh Childress for 2.
Well, you
Free
know what,
throw is good.
I'd leave Jason on him. If there's anyone in this building know how Gibbo play, it's Jason Cadee.
Childress has 13 now with 1 to come. Ball in the air, and it's good. Childress with 14, and the Adelaide lead is back to 3. It's 48-45. 3:16 left to halftime here at the Kingdome. Matt McQuaid and Bruce Bolden with you on Sydney Kings Radio. It is Joyce guarding Gibson. They double team him now. Gibson almost loses it, finds Tees. Tees wide open, launches it. No good, rebound Dunker. So they got what they wanted. They double teamed Gibson, got the ball out of his hands, and Tees missed a shot. Here's Cadee. 2:55 left to halftime. Picks up his dribble, finds Garlop. Now Dunker beyond 3. They're looking for Cadee. Bit of it standing around by the Kings at the moment. Here's Cadee. Finds Garlop with 5 on the shot clock. They've got to get the shot up. Childress launches a 3, and it's an air ball. Wasn't in rhythm, so that's a poor offense that time. The Kings a lot of standing around, very stagnant.
Yeah, Jason just didn't have any opportunities.
Now Modem goes into the paint, throws up a wild shot, rebound. That man again, Childress, he's everywhere. Josh Childress, cross court to Garlop. Garlop now back to Childress. They're going to run Cadee off a couple of screens. Now a third screen, he gets it. Gibson staying right with him. Great defense, Adam Gibson. 7 on the shot clock. Now gets an isolation against Petrie. He steps back, he fires away, and he knocks it down. Great shot, Jason Cadee.
And I'm happy he took that shot because it was there. Probably could have taken the shot in the possession beforehand.
Oh, here's Gibbo kicking it out. Peter Crawford baseline for 3. It's an air ball. Anthony Petrie offensive rebound, stick back. I don't know what Josh Dunker was doing. Looked like Dunker had position. It either slipped through his hands or... Anyway.
He was too busy trying to box out Modem.
Look at Childress going to work, but they stop it. They double team him quickly, almost loses it. Gets it out. Joyce wide open. Joyce launches a 3. That's a brick. That was
it looked
ugly.
good from here.
It looked good, but it was way ugly. Now ahead of the pack, here's Modem. Reverse layup is good. Damien Cotter calls for time.
Great heads-up play by Adam Gibson.
And a great pass by Gibbo ahead of the pack, and it's 52-47. And it's a problem with the Kings off the bench, Bruce. They just don't have that offensive firepower that Adelaide does.
Well, with that lineup out there, you have you don't have your real good perimeter shooters, although they're taking the shots. But what it does is open up fast break opportunities for Adelaide, which as we just saw just now.
Rock Modem has 11. Check that. 13 for the 36ers. So 129 left. And Adam Gibson has just been absolutely sensational for the Sixers.
Well, he's already had 2 Player of the Week awards.
He's looking for another one.
Yeah.
As the crowd gets involved in the Nudie Bongo Cam. Always a highlight of some of the entertainment here at the Kingdome. Damien Cotter can't be happy with the Kings' transition D, Bruce. They've slipped a little bit, but this lineup, they're going to double team Childress as soon as he gets the ball now, as the Kings have got to deal with Gibson, so they've got to find somebody else to step up.
That's exactly right, and I guess that's where Cody Ellis probably is in here. But Cody's got to make sure he's in that area where Josh Childress can pass it to him when he gets doubled.
Kadee and Joyce in the backcourt. Brandt's back into the game for Dunker. And here we go. Adelaide's lead is their biggest, 5 points, 52-47, 1:24 left to half time. Here's Cody Ellis now with the dribble. Finds Childress. Childress going to work. Childress kicks it out to Joyce quickly. And Joyce throws it away. Dear, oh dear, that's a terrible play by Joyce. And that's very unfortunate. And turnover will go back to the Kings. Poor play by Daniel Joyce. So here's Daly inbound in the front court to Gibson. Adelaide looking to extend their 5-point lead. Gibson calling for a pick. Still Gibson. Now throws it in off the window. Can you believe it? Just launched a floater. Gibson 7 for 7.
Oh, he's feeling it.
He's got 19 and it's 7 points. Now Childress in the lane and knocked out. Childress fighting for the boards. Gets it back. Childress goes up. Layup is good. What a play, Josh Childress. He is working his butt off.
He is, and he is. He's not giving up. He's just staying in there being consistent.
Childress with 16. He's already got a double-double, Bruce. 16 points and 12 rebounds. Now Tees isolated against Brandt. Goes baseline. Tees, reverse layup, too easy. Blew the reverse layup. He missed an easy one.
Very lucky.
Kings got away with one.
Oh, they did.
Adelaide 54-49. Childress calling for the ball, and Kadee doesn't find him. Instead, it's Ellis. So now Joyce, now Brandt, now Kadee left side. 10 on the shot clock. Kadee finds Ellis. Ellis goes into the paint. Ellis off the window is good in the foul. Cody Ellis scores and goes to the line for 2. And as you said, Bruce, there you go. Good call.
Yeah.
They needed someone else other than Childress to provide an offensive avenue, and they may have found it in Ellis, who scored right then.
So one of the things that, Jason need to recognize with this particular group out here, who is their go-to guys, and number one is Josh. That's why Josh wanted the ball on that last possession there.
3-point play by Cody Ellis. That's his first points of the game. Now we've got a timeout by Adelaide. There's 12 seconds left. Adelaide leads by 2. Both teams filling it up, 54-52. And it was something we, I suppose, did expect in this game. As the Sydney Kings Harlequins perform for the crowd, which, it's built up a fair amount. Still probably around the 4,500 mark, I'd say.
Yeah.
Of course, next week we must point out the rematch, Sydney versus Perth, Sunday at 2 o'clock here at the Entertainment Centre, the Qantas Credit Union Arena, the Kingdome. Get your tickets at Ticket Tech. It's going to be a barn burner. You do not want to miss that one.
The rematch.
And we will be calling the game. We'll likely be calling the game for ABC Radio across Australia. If not, it'll be Bruce calling the game with someone. It'll either be me or someone else on ABC, we believe. But you'll still be able to hear it on Tune FM and through sydneykings.com.
Whatever the case, do not
We will be
miss
here.
it.
Both teams come back on the floor. So the 36ers come out with Modem, Petrie, Gibson, Tees, and Crawford. All 5 guys can shoot the 3.
Yeah.
This is what they want. So it'll be Modem to inbound. Kings showing some pressure. Modem gets it back from Gibson. Throws it away. So Modem very casually threw it away with 8 seconds left. Now they call for a sub quickly. Madgen's going to come in for offense, and he's going to replace Daniel Joyce. So that'll give the Kings another 3-point shooter out there. So that's terrible turnover by Brock Modem that time. He's looking for Gibson on the give and go.
Well, I think it wasn't a case he was looking for Gibson. He just didn't want to bring that ball up because he was too afraid of getting it stolen.
So it's 5 seconds left. Here's Jason Kadee attacking the hoop. Jason Kadee left the window and scores. And that's it. That's the end of the half. What a play by Kadee. Just used that acceleration, got into the paint and scored. And what a game we've got going for you here at the Kingdome. It is half-time here at the Qantas Credit Union Arena, and the score are the Mighty Might Sydney Kings 54, the Adelaide 36ers 54. Bruce Bolden, your thoughts on an extraordinary first half of basketball?
It was, and both teams are shooting the ball well. Both teams are playing well, with Josh with the Kings. Adam Gibson, he is having a barn burner. He is playing extremely well. You got Modem, who came out hot. Then he cooled off a little bit. He got a little too excited, but whatever the case may be. Mads got going for the Kings, which we spoke about before the game. So Looking forward to the second half. Looking forward to it.
And I think one thing, we can say, talking about Modem, Bruce, just quickly, is that, the decision to release Montreal and bring Modem in, it's looking like a complete no-brainer. We talked about it at the Blitz. We saw Adelaide at the Blitz, and we thought the import wasn't quite what they needed, because essentially you lose a Daniel Johnson. That's a
Yeah, I mean, it was no disrespect to DQ, but when you have an opportunity to get a Brock, every team who would have been in that situation would have done exactly that. So, and I'd always felt that if Adelaide had players around DQ that would have taken up the slack where he hadn't quite got it there as a new player, he would have been okay. But the opportunity came around to get Brock, and so that was unfortunate for DQ.
I'm breaking a moment. Before we do that, we're going to go through the stats with you. The Kings shoot 55% from the field, 17 of 31. They're 6 of 10 from 3, and most of that from Ben Madgen, who's a perfect 3 of 3 from long distance. 14 of 17 from the free throw line, Bruce. So once again, very impressive for them. They're led by Josh Childress, who has been absolutely magnificent. Childress, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 block shots. That is what you call a superstar.
Yeah.
He has been unbelievable. 7 of 8 from the line as well. Ben Madgen, 13 points, getting his shooting eye back. Great to see for the Sydney Kings. As I said, he's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. Tommy, outstanding. He's got 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. And coming off the bench, Jason Kadee has 4 very timely points. Cody Ellis with 3. For the Adelaide 36ers, they're led by who else? Adam Gibson, who has been absolutely spectacular. Gibbo, 7 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 19 first half points to go along with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. He has been nothing short of spectacular. Brock Modem has taken the most shots off the bench of anybody. He's 5 of 12 from the field. He's got 13 points, and that really allowed the Kings to a half. But apart from that, he's been excellent. Anthony Petrie's been solid. He's got 6 points and 6 rebounds. And Peter Crawford, turning back the clock a little bit, he's got 8 points. Rebound count favours Adelaide. It's only 18 to 16. Both teams just shooting the ball so well. They're just taking it out of the basket. Assists, the Kings have got 10 assists on 17 field goals. That's pretty impressive, Bruce.
Yeah, I did just mark that. No, it is. Totally agree with you.
Adelaide with the 6 assists. Turnover count also very low, 6 to 4. Sydney has 6, Adelaide has 4. Points in the paint, even 12 apiece. Both teams shooting the ball so well. They haven't really had to go inside too much. And at second chance points favour Adelaide 6 to 2. Probably the one concern I'd say, Bruce, and mainly it's because of Modem and Crawford, just the bench scoring again. And that's been an issue for the Kings. They're the second lowest bench scoring team in the league. They have 8 points to halftime off the bench. 36ers with 21.
Yeah, and it's something that the Kings need to improve and have that, find out how they can make that better and get those bench guys contributing more.
Okay, with that, we're going to take a 4-minute break for our stations. We'll be right back with you. Stay with us. You're listening to Sydney Kings basketball on the Sydney Kings Radio Network.
Season is on now. High energy entertainment at its best. Be there to see slam dunk and basketball. Rub shoulders with celebrities, get caught kissing on the kiss cam. The Kings have the best singers, DJs, and dancers. It's more than a sport, right in the heart of the city. Come support Sydney's only pro basketball team. Visit SydneyKings.com.
Welcome back to the Kingdom. There's about a minute left until the end of the halftime break. That score tied at 54. And I suppose the one thing you could say is there's not much defence being played, but really both teams just playing extremely well. That said, Damien Cotter really laying down the law right next to a Sydney's huddle, emphasising the need to defend, particularly that on ball that Adelaide have really hurt Sydney with most of the game, particularly through that man on screen, Adam Gibson. If you're watching on Network 10 on 1, he's been outstanding. So Sydney comes out once again with their starters. Perry, who was very quiet apart from that dunk. He was quiet in that second period. Just looking at this, Kendrick with 4 points at the moment, didn't score in that second period. He was quiet as one of our regular broadcast partners, Brad Rosen, just having a chat to Damien Cotter there for Network 10. Adelaide comes out and Modem is going to get the start in the second half alongside Anthony Petrie, Luke Schencher, Adam Gibson and Brendan Tees. It'll be Garlop to inbound the ball. Kings will get first use of the ball in the second half and throws it into Perry. And we're underway here in the second half. Perry with possession, finds Garlop. Garlop looking for Perry, finds him. Perry with a screen, now finds Brant. 36ers are now in a zone. Brant gets it inside to Childress, to Madgen. Madgen fires away, bang! Ben Madgen is 4 of 4 from long range, and the Kings lead by 3. It's 57-54. Adam Gibson claiming Kendrick Perry fouled him, no call. Perry now gets a pick. Sorry, Gibson gets a pick, he finds Petrie. Petrie launches a baseline 3, it's an air ball. But the 36ers recover it. Gibson, nice pass, but Childress steals it. Childress head of the pack. Here's Perry flying to the rack. Perry layup is good. Brendan Tees thought better of that. And Bruce thought, nah, just go ahead and score. I'm not going to be on a poster.
Fair call.
Now Tees launches a 3. No good. Childress skies.
Another rebound.
Unbelievable. He's got 13 boards. Madgen spots up for 3. Ben Madgen is unconscious. And the Sydney Kings 8 points in a minute, and they lead unbelievably by 8. 62-54. Bruce Bowen, can you believe it? Madgen unconscious.
Well, this is what you like to see. You know how I'm a big fan of the first 5 minutes.
That you always talk about that.
Exactly how
partner.
you like for a team to come out, and the Kings are showing that everything that happened last week against the Hawks continued on in the first half. In particular, Madge and also Childress. They already have, about 14 rebounds? Now, he's a player of the week candidate as much as Adam Gibson is having a great game as well, but he's definitely a candidate, and he's been learning extremely well.
Madgen is 5 of 5 from 3. He's got 19. Josh Childress, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 block shots. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just like that, Madgen and Childress are leading the Kings. And that's the biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Just an explosive start, Bruce.
Yeah.
Adelaide missed a couple of shots, turned the ball over, and Sydney just came down and just went bang, bang, bang. Perry and 2 by Madgen.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
What I'm seeing, and I really, really like, and I think it's something that we were, hoping that would happen. It's just a composure.
Yeah.
Adelaide, no disrespect to them, they're a great team. Wollongong last week, better than the score showed. But Kings is showing great composure at the moment.
Here's Gibson, and Perry just harassing Gibson, knocks it out of bounds. Kendrick Perry with 6, and Gibson, who has been sensational, he's got 19 to lead Adelaide. Here's Tees, 12 on the shot clock. Now Petrie coming left, guarded by Childress, finds Gibson. They're looking for Modem, he can't find it, gets a pick from Schencher, still Gibson. Now they double team him quickly, gives it up. Now looks like Anthony launches it, but Schencher fighting with Childress, and Childress knocks it into Brant's hands.
Childress, he's in there everywhere when that ball bounces off the rim.
Childress playing the kind of game that they envisaged when they signed him. Here's Perry to Brant. Kings trying to make this a double-figure lead. They're looking for Childress. They find him spin move against Petrie. Now backs him down. Double team. Left-hand shot off the window, and Josh Childress is fouled. They cannot stop him.
No.
Impossible.
Well, and the reason why that is, he just know how to score.
Yeah.
No matter what situation. That was a tight situation, and he still found a way of getting the shot off and being able to get to that free throw line.
Has played every minute of this game so far. And
you have to wonder about that. You think
that's probably the only concern, Bruce, that he has played every minute. And we know he's extremely fit. He came not as fit because he was coming off that ankle injury as he makes the free throw.
Rest assured, he probably had that conversation with Damo and said, leave me in there until I give you a call.
Yeah, exactly. So Josh with a second free throw. It's in the air and he rattles it home. Josh Childress with 18, and the Kings have a double-figure lead, amazingly, in the opening 2 minutes. They lead by 10, 64-54. Now they look for Modem. Modem charges over. Who else? Josh Childress. What a play. Offensive foul, Brock Modem. And that was Josh Childress all the way. And now Brad Giersch telling the 36ers to curl it. Bruce, right now, the 36ers, for some reason, they've just lost their composure completely.
Yeah, they, you know what, I think in just that particular play right there, they're a little complacent.
Now the Kings lose it. Poor inbound pass by Garlop. Turnover. Inside, and it's 3 seconds, and Modem was in there way too long.
Wow.
So that's a turnover the other way. Joey Wright not happy about it, but Adelaide now throwing out the press.
Yeah.
So their full court press. Garlop will inbound from the side. Adelaide pressing up everywhere here. Childress telling Garlop, throw it in. He finds Perry, and they call it off. So Perry is guarded by T. He's about to get a pick from Garlop. He does. Here's Perry now isolated. Perry pulls up with a floater in the lane. It's short. Rebound, BJ Anthony. Kings' first miss of the period, and they lead by 10. Here's Gibson, who's been sensational. Pushes off Perry, no call, and hits a jumper. And they're saying Perry flopped, and I can't believe that. That's a flop warning to Perry. And
I'd like to see that one again.
Gibson just extended the arm, pushed him off, hit a jumper. He's 8 for 8 from the field. Extraordinary. Now they put more pressure on, so it's an 8-point lead. Magin gets the inbound, and then they call it off. So here's Magin with the ball. 7:37 left in the third period. Magin guarded by Gibson. Two players that have lit this place up. Here's Childress going to the rack, kicks it out. Perry quickly to Magin. Left-hand dribble drive. Magin, left hand, off the window is good.
Tough move.
Ben Magin has 21 points. He's 7 of 9 from the field, and it's back out to a 10-point game. 66-56. Here's Gibson, who's been spectacular, as we said. And Gibson now, offensive foul. Now they call the push-off on Gibson. That's a foul. And now Brad Giersch.
That was on BJ.
No, check that. You're right. They called it on Anthony. Offensive foul. Hit him in the face. You're right, Bruce.
He was trying to post up, and he had a good position, and he just was just too excited and flung his arms around.
It's his third foul, too, for BJ Anthony. So some foul trouble for the 36er big man, who really hasn't done very much. Now Tees almost steals it from Perry. Perry a little bit lackadaisical with the ball there, and Tees, underrated defender, almost made him pay. He's very big, Brendan Tees. You don't realise it when you look at him at first, but he's a good size. He's about 6'3", 6'4". He's a quality player. Very underrated. Now Garlop, double team quickly, but they call it off. 14 on the shot clock. Looking for Brand inside. Can't find him. Instead it's Perry. Guarded by Tees. They like this matchup. Now Garlop. Garlop, left-hand dribble, gets it to Childress. 5 on the shot clock. Childress crosses over. Childress hangs, fires, banks it off the window. Unbelievable. Childress with 20. And now down the other end quickly is Modem for 2. And that was a breakdown there by the Kings' defensive transition, Bruce.
Yeah. Ball got in Modem. I'm either going to say Macho or Modem until I figure it out.
That's all right. 68-58, 6:30 left.
That's it in there. There you go.
There we go. So Brandt, guarded by Anthony. They look to double team. Gets a nice pass inside to Magin. Kicks it out. Childress steps behind the three-point line. Not that time. Rattled in and out. And the crowd groaned. It looked good off the hand.
Yeah, it did.
68-58, 6:15 left. Here's Gibson. They're looking for Anthony. He's got a good seal inside against Brandt, who's fronting him. Instead, they find Tees. Beyond 3. Now Modem. 10 on the shot clock. And now Petrie goes to the rack. Misses. Rebound. Kendrick. Perry skied for it. Ripped it down. Kings on the break. Here's Perry. Explodes. Perry to rack. Oh, he looked to throw it down, but he missed the dunk.
Wow.
That would have been the highlight of the year. Now the other end. Here's Tees quickly. Modem. And Madgen steals a cross-court pass. Now we've got a 2-on-1. Childress to Madgen. Madgen throws it up. Childress picks it in somehow. Unbelievable. How in the heck did he make that shot?
He had no other choice. He wanted to go for it, and he knew he'd be off balance and fall out of bounds, so he threw it up there.
Childress with 22 points and 14 rebounds, not to mention 6 assists. Here's Gibson, throws it up, misses, he's blocked by Garlop. So that's Gibson's first miss. Kings leading by 12. So Damien Cotter just telling his team to slow it down a little bit. Here's Childress to Brandt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 36ers. Now Perry's isolated against Petrie. Perry just pulls up from 18, and that's long. Rebound Gibson. Ahead of the pack to Tees. 2-on-1. Tees throws it up. Anthony Petrie layup is good from an alley-oop. And it's back to 10. And, you know, no matter how far the Kings are ahead here, look at that. Just look at that dunk.
Yeah, it was a good dunk.
Missed dunk on the replay, rather. 70-60. And then Childress with an incredible alley-oop move that time. So here's Brandt looking for Madgen. Just steps into a jumper and scores. Angus Brandt hits one, and the Kings lead by 12, 72-60.
Good stabilizing shot there.
Now Gibson just steps into a jumper. That's long. He's missed his last two. Ahead of the pack, here's Madgen wide open. Madgen in rhythm, launches a three. That's short. But Angus Brandt looks for the dunk, misses. Knocked out of bounds by Adelaide, and it's looked like that was Adelaide. And they're saying a jump ball, which means it's possession arrow to the 36ers. Madgen misses his first triple of the game. Angus Brandt just couldn't quite get up for the stuff on the O board. And we've got substitutions coming to the game. Brandt, blowing really hard, is replaced by Dunker. Kadee comes in to replace Kendrick Perry. Kings showing a little bit of pressure. Now they call it off. But Kadee's going to pick his old teammate Adam Gibson up all the way down the floor. Gibson to Petrie. 15 on the shot clock. Now Peter Crawford finds Gibson. Gibson looks for Crawford on a curl. Nice pass inside to Modem. Scored in the basket. What a play by Brock Modem. Great offense by the 36ers that time, Bruce.
Good recognition, and he's very lucky he didn't get called for an offensive foul because he extended his right hand just to make sure there was some contact. But that's a clever player. That's what that comes down to.
Great play by Modem. So just looking at this Childress line right now, 22 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 block shots. Makes a free throw. Of course, the last triple-double for the Sydney Kings, Chris Williams, all the way back in the 02-03 season. And Anthony Petrie's hurt himself here, Bruce. Just having a look, he's looks like he's limping a bit. Childress is going to run him off a few screens. Nice pass by Madgen, the dunker. Layup is good in the foul, and Damien Cotter loved that one. Nice. Right in front of us. Great play. Super pass by Madgen. And just looking at Petrie, Bruce, I just looked at him, and he just favouring his leg. He's got that calf wrapping. I need to keep an eye on it. He's so important to this ball club.
Yeah, he is. He is. So great finish by Dunker. This would be a good confidence booster for him.
3-point play to Josh Dunker. He's got 4, and the Kings are out by 12 again, 75-63. 3:47 left in the third period. An explosive third period for the purple and gold. Gibson, Petrie, well outside 3, finds Crawford to Gibson, gets a pick from Modem. Now he goes, Gibson going right, gets another pick from Schenscher. Looking for Schenscher in the given game, finds Petrie quickly. Modem, baseline 3, that's short. Rebound, saved by Gibson. Saved to Gibson by Petrie. Great play. Adelaide to reset. Here's Modem. Modem with a Euro step through off the window. What a great play, Brock Modem.
And he's talking trash to Josh Dunker for some reason.
Sensational play. Modem with 20 in the game. What a debut. Here's Kadee, and now there's an offensive foul on Garlop.
Tommy and Brock are battling. Tommy did get caught moving that particular time.
It was definitely an offensive foul on Garlop, no question about it.
Brock liked to talk a little bit. He's over there talking trash to one of the owners, Sasha.
He's learned. Oh, that's right. He's learned quickly, Bruce. I mean, he spent that time, of course, in Summer League in the NBA.
Yeah.
Then in preseason for the NBA's Utah Jazz and was one of the last players cut.
Yeah.
So the score is 75-65. 3 minutes left in the third period. Gibson, guarded by Kadee. Nice pass inside, rejected with Schenscher, and out of bounds to Sydney. But they got Schenscher inside, and Josh Dunker blocked the shot. Great play, Dunker, but it's Adelaide possession with a 14-second shot clock. They get it inside to Modem. Modem thrown out by Childress. That's Childress' 4th block shot. And now we've got, what have we got here? Oh, there's a bit of sweat on the floor. They're going to have to clean that up. So
this is a great game. You know, you have Brock who's showing what he's capable of. You got Childress who have stepped up from the Kings end, and great battle.
Remarkable game, 75-65, and this, I mean, we have to be fair and say it was great for us being on Sydney Kings Radio to watch what the Kings did to Wollongong, but it wasn't the best game. You know, we tried to make it exciting, but it was hard to when it's a blowout, but this has been high entertainment. Now Gibson banks it in, no. Rebound, Kadee. Gibson had to throw that one up there. And it's Kings possession with a chance to extend that lead again. Here's Madgen. They've got Childress isolated down low against Gibson. Childress, left hand in the paint, it scores.
Too easy.
And is fouled. My goodness.
Too easy.
It's really a man amongst boys, Bruce. I mean, and just it's old school. It's like this is what the imports of the past. I mean, yourself included, my friend. This is what you were expected to do.
Yeah, and you know what? It just simplifies. He's a pro. He is an extra pro when he can just read situations like that and be able to finish strong.
He's got 24 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists. I think we know who the player of the week's going to be. As he makes the free throw, make it 25, and give the Kings their biggest lead of the game, 13 points, 78-65, 2:25 left in the third period here from the Kingdome. Matt McQuaid and Bruce Bolden with you on Sydney Kings Radio and Tune FM. Here's Gibson. Kings in a zone again. Now Crawford. They get it to Modem. Modem guarded by Ellis. Launches it and it's fouled. Ellis got his hand caught in the cookie jar. Modem will go to the line for 2.
That's just heads-up play.
He's smart, Bruce.
Heads up.
He's smart.
Yeah. And
he's not especially athletic. You know, it's interesting. He's long,
yeah,
but he's got a very wide frame, if you like, a really wide base. But my goodness, is he an intelligent player.
Yeah.
Free throw's good, and what a difference he's going to make for this team.
Well,
this is his first game. I mean, Adelaide's going to be frightening. Where we got to remind people they're playing without Jamar Wilson. He misses the second, gets his own rebound. It was a long rebound, 78-66. Now he launches a 3, no good. Shencher goes over Cody Ellis's back to get the O board, gets it to Daly. Daly attacking the hoop, goes into the paint, off the window is good. Great play, Tom Daly, spectacular. And it's back to 10, 78-68. So now Ellis gets it into Kadee. Perry on the bench at the moment. Kadee calling the play. Under 2 minutes left in the third period. Kadee looking for Madgen, can't find him. Here's Childress. Childress kicks it out. Ellis has a look at 3, launches it, and it's no good. Shencher on the boards, knocked out by Dunker. That'll be Adelaide possession.
Good recognition by Childress to see that Cody had picked and popped.
It'll be Motum to inbound the board. Kings showing a little bit of pressure here. Gets it inbound to Daly and they call it off. Here's Tom Daly bringing it up against Jason Kadee. Good solid point guard. Brett Maher ranks him very, very highly. Now Gibson. Gibson, nice pass inside to Motum and he's fouled. Dunker got him on the push underneath.
Yeah.
He blocked the shot, but he definitely got him underneath.
Great
and that'll
pass. Great bounce pass by Adam.
It's great to see, Bruce. I mean, you know, both teams just playing very, very well.
I agree with you.
You know, it's an example of how good this league is.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
totally agree with you.
And it's good. This is on national television as well, so hopefully people will be able to see this. And if you're listening to us watching the game, we thank you for joining us. I know there's a few people who do. And meanwhile, Brock Modem, who has been absolutely sensational on debut, has got 21 points, make that 22. And the one thing about Adelaide, Bruce, 10 points is nothing to this ball club.
Not at all. You know, there's plenty of time left in this ball game.
Second free throw for Brock is good. Modem leads the 36ers with 23 points. And the Kings lead is back to 8. It was as much as 13. Adelaide are staying right with them. 1:20 left in the third period. Here's Kadee to Dunker. Again, they're in a zone. They're looking for Childress. They find him. Childress. And what have we got here? Oh, Madgen's been called for a foul. It looks like he ran through Tom Daly. Let's have a look at this replay. We'll see this on the screen. Just have a look at this replay, Bruce, if they bring it up on one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get that. That's Madgen's third personal foul. He's going to have to sit, replaced by Kevin White. Perry comes in, replacing Madgen. Excuse me, Kadee, I should say. So here's Daly trying to put some pressure on Perry, who stays right with him. Good interior feed to Modem, stepped through, but he stepped out of bounds. No, it was a walk. Modem travelled, turnover to Sydney. 1 minute left. Perry getting some help from Ellis up the floor, but Daly sticks right with him. Now finds Ellis. 15 on the shot clock. White, Dunker, top of the key. Again, the 36ers in a zone. Here's Perry. Perry fouled by Shencher. And that'll send Kendrick Perry to the line for 2. Adelaide are in the penalty. And that will be Shencher's 4th personal foul, Bruce.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah, just out of position completely.
He's just late.
Damien Cotter just talking to Kevin White in front of us, saying that Kendrick's got that mismatch, or Josh has got the mismatch. Josh, yeah, get him the ball.
He had, I think he had PC on him, Peter Crawford.
So here's Perry at the line. He's got 6. Make it 7. Swished his free throw. Had one of the dunks of the season already on a spectacular alley-oop. Nearly had a second one on a one-hand tomahawk that would have brought the house down.
Yeah.
Second free throw, and it's good. Crawled in over the front iron, and it's back to a double-figure lead for the purple and gold. It's Sydney 80, Adelaide 70. 45 seconds left in the third period here from the King Dome. Here's Modem. Good pressure by the Kings. Almost loses it, but gets it back. Modem pushes off Perry, no call. Gets it to Daly. Daly, they're looking for Anthony in the low block. He spins on Dunker. He travelled, got away with it. No, now they call it. He travelled about 3 times, Bruce. He took about 5 steps before they called it.
God.
But they did eventually, and that's the main thing.
Talk about excited when you get the ball. He was very excited for some reason.
Hasn't touched it much, Bruce. That's probably the reason. 28 seconds left. 18 on the shot clock. They're not going to get a 2 for 1. Kevin White with the ball. Dunker. Again, Adelaide just in this very static zone. Childress, guarded by Modem. Childress tries to split it, kicks it out. Kevin White looks at a 3. It's in the air, it's long. And again, Bruce, we say it all the time. He's got to hit that shot. Meanwhile, here's Daly up the floor. Daly thrown out by Perry spectacularly. Kevin White to Childress this time. 4, 3. Childress is fouled. That's got to be intentional. That's an unsportsmanlike. He was not going for the ball at all. They've called him for a hands foul only. That is unsportsmanlike every day of the week.
Well, it should be because there's no one in front of him. And the intent is to...
Well, he just tackled him. I mean, he bear hugged him. How is that not unsportsmanlike?
Wow.
That's a crazy call by referee Brad Gish. But Josh Childress, anyway, you still have 2 free throws. Adelaide, there's 2 seconds left, so Adelaide will have time to get up a final shot. Childress' first free throw and crawls in somehow. Childress with 26. 26 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 block shots. Second free throw for Childress. It's up and no good. It's short. Rebound Modem. Modem's just going to have to launch one from 3/4 court. That's no good. And that's the end of the third period. And what a period for the Mighty Might Sydney Kings. They outscore Adelaide 27-16, including an explosive 10 points in the opening 2 minutes, 8 points in the opening 60 seconds. And they lead here at the Kingdome 81-70. Bruce Bolden, your thoughts?
Well, we knew that second half was going to be exciting. We just didn't think it was going to be exciting right from the jump ball, the inbound there. But excellent game. I mean, we knew that with Adelaide coming in with with the addition of Brock, the way the Kings have played last Friday, I should say, against the Hawks, that they were going to come in here with some confidence. The mindset that Childress is in, the fact that Mash has really found his feet within today's game. We were expecting a great game.
Adelaide going into a zone is interesting. I mean, they've obviously. There's no way they can stop Childress one-on-one. Nobody can. But it can backfire the way Madgen is shooting the ball. We know Gallup's hit a couple of threes, and Perry can shoot the ball as well. So how do the Kings attack that in this fourth period?
Well, they just got to make sure that they have Mads in a position where he can receive that ball, because if the ball goes into Josh and he get doubled, Josh Childress it is, he'll find where Mads is, and then Mads can penalize him. Now, from Adelaide's point of view, they got to know that the way Mads is playing right now, he's the number one man that they don't want to allow to get the ball.
The line with his bazooka, his new toy. So run through the three-quarter time stats for you. Kings again leading 81-70. Just quickly, Kings shooting 54% from the field, 36ers 46%. Kings led by Josh Childress, who's been nothing short of magnificent. 26 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 block shots. Ben Madgen has been sensational as well. He's got 21 points on 7 of 9 shooting. Tommy Garlop has 12 for the 36ers. Brock Bodum, 23 on debut. Adam Gibson, 21, but he's missed his last 3 shots, Bruce.
Yeah.
6 rebounds, 4 assists. So the Lions shooting some... he's in his combat fatigues, and hopefully you can see that on 1HD. He's firing some... these canisters, which I know will have T-shirts in them, into the crowd. So it looks like the rubber band man, the old school rubber band, is a thing of the past. He loves it, Bruce. He's having a fine old time with that thing.
This is his element. We just need to find him a couple of the cuties, and then he'd be very happy.
That you won't need to find him for him. He'll find him himself, believe me. All right, we're underway in the 4th period here at the Kingdome. 81-70 Kings up. Here's Childress, guarded by Anthony. Childress, great pass to Dunker! And what does Dunker do? He dunks it!
There you go.
Josh Childress to Dunker. Childress with his 7th assist, and the Kings lead is 13, 83-70. What a play.
Nice. It was a breakdown on defense with Adelaide, and Childress recognized it straight away.
Bruce, they went to a man, which really surprised me straight out of the gate. I don't know what they were. They looked a bit confused.
Well, I think a few of the guys are still in the zone.
Now Modem fires away. No good. Offensive rebound, BJ Anthony, and they'll reset. Adam Gibson to Petrie, wide open for 3. Launches it, and he's off. Dunker attacks the board, and the Kings come away with it through Perry. They're running. Perry, Madgen, right-hand dribble. Madgen swings it across. They lose it out of bounds. No, stolen by the 36ers. Back to Childress. Childress to Madgen. Madgen up fakes the 3. Madgen pulls up. 10-footer. Yes. So the Kings come out with 2 buckets, and the lead is 15, 85-70. Ben Madgen has 23 in the ball game.
And the pass came from Childress again,
who has 8 assists. He's 2 off a triple-double. Brock Modem to Anthony. Good defense by Dunker. Dunker having a solid game just quietly, Bruce. Here's Tease now. Tease launches a wild floater that's no good. Childress bangs bodies, but Tease somehow finds a way. Gets it out. He's double-teamed quickly. Tease, and it's out of bounds to Adelaide. Looks like it was off Dunker. They harassed Tease that time.
Did.
Good defense by the Kings.
And a good no call by the referees as well.
It was. 10 on the shot clock. 8:32 left in the ball game. Petrie to inbound. Petrie looking for Gibson, finds him, and then he's got...
That's holding.
That's a hold on Kendrick Perry right in front of us. That was obvious.
Yeah, I don't understand why the other referee didn't call that.
Yeah, Brad Gish was looking at it the whole way from the baseline, and I don't know how Brett Hogan didn't see that. Nonetheless, it was a right call, and Adelaide will get the ball back. 14 on the shot clock. Petrie. Oh, just throws it away. He was looking for Modem and threw it into Madgen's hands. Here's Madgen on the break. Madgen, layup. Throws it to Childress! And Childress thrushes it down! Wow. Unbelievable! 87-70. And this crowd is on its feet. Now it's out of bounds, kicked. Josh Childress, 28 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists.
That was excellent.
What a play. Just got the O board. Actually, that'll be 16 rebounds, Bruce. I think that was an offensive rebound.
I don't understand how he got the O board. He hung up there for a long time.
Oh, Tease almost fumbles it out of bounds. And now he almost loses it. Tease, good defense, has to give it up. Petrie with a foul line jumper that's no good. Childress grabs another rebound. He's exhausted. And who can blame him? Kings coming out of the blocks with 6 straight points. Here's Perry to Childress. Childress, they give him the 3 instead. He just attacks the rim. Childress, right hand off the window. Unstoppable. And he's happy that Josh Childress has been awesome. Absolutely awesome. There is no other way to describe it.
Stepped up to the plate. Josh Childress is ready to play in the NBL. He's making a statement.
Bruce, if Josh Childress plays like this team is a title contender. I'll say it. I know it's easy to say, but and it's more than him. Let's be honest. I mean, we've got to get more out of Kendrick. Obviously, Madgen has stepped up today. Angus Brandt has been a little bit quiet. So there's a lot of things that have to happen, but I said it from day one when I got him. This guy is a game changer. He's a legitimate game changer. The Sydney Kings have not had that in 5 seasons. The last 4 seasons, they've got it now. This is Dwayne McLean. This is Leon Trimmingham.
Yeah, he is a game changer, and the thing is the thing that impresses me is the fact that he is recognizing his teammates. He now have a great understanding of who to get the ball to, such as Mads. And I'd be very surprised if he haven't had that conversation with Kendrick and saying, hey, we need to come together and step up as an import combo. And Tommy Garlop get involved. His contribution, forget about scoring. The other parts of it is where it's really making him an excellent player.
Josh Childress, 30 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists. Remarkable. I mean, he's getting up into, this is a 40-minute game, Bruce. He's getting up into territory on the rebounds. It's into the top 10 all-time in a single game in Kings history. Record held is 30 by Mark Ridland. He's not going to touch that, but remarkable in a 40-minute game. Here's Gibson going baseline, finds Crawford. Oh, imagine, jumps right to it. Crawford launches one, gets it. Great shot, PC. They needed that.
Yeah, they did.
Kings with a 9-0 run out of the 8-0 run, sorry, that's stopped, and it's 89-72. Great shot by PC. Meanwhile, here's Childress. Cross-court pass, Madgen wide open. 3 in the air, that's short this time. Rebound Modem. So, Madgen now 5 of 6 from 3. Meanwhile, Gibson stops, pops, bang! And that's timeout, Bramian Cotter. He's not going to take any chances. That's how dangerous this team is, just like that. 5 in a row with the 36ers. And 89-75, and the Kings a little bit flat coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was a good possession by the Kings because Childress got the ball, recognized Mads was open. Mads didn't hit it. He had a good open look. But the thing that probably upset Damian was the fact that he had that open 3 in transition, which means his Kings players are not getting back early enough. I guess the next 3 minutes or so is going to be key. And Josh Childress is important because fatigue is going to eventually set in because he's played the whole game. So you have to wonder if he's just getting a little bit tired. Might be an opportunity if the Kings can bump the league back up to near 20 points, take him out just for 1 minute so he's fresh and ready to go to finish off the game.
It's an opportunity, isn't it? But instead, I actually thought he was going to sit in for a while there, Bruce, but nope, he's out there.
No, I wouldn't have done that either because Adelaide coming into
that's the thing,
out in the
it?
fourth quarter.
Yeah. Adam Gibson with 24 in the game, 9 of 12 from the field, and hit a big 3. So the 36ers, they were down 19, they're now down 14, and you can never, ever write this team off. Ball back in play, they're putting massive pressure up the floor, but the Kings break it. Now they've got numbers 3 on 2. Madgen wide open, launches a 3, no good, back iron. So maybe a little quick in the offense.
Yeah.
Rebound Adelaide. Here they come, here's Gibson. He's been dangerous. Gibson double team, finds Schenscher. He looks back for Gibson. Gibson fires away and hits it! Adam Gibson with another 3! And just like that, it's an 11-point game. Adam Gibson has 27, 6:40 left. This is not over by a long way. Here's Childress, Adelaide, 8 in a row. Childress exploring. Childress, nice pass inside, but Dunker is rejected by Schenscher. What a play. Here comes Gibson, so the 36ers getting consecutive stops. Peter Crawford for 3, and he's fouled and scores! Peter Crawford with a 3! And all of a sudden, he'll go to the line for a 4-point play. It's an 8-point game. Can you believe it? Adelaide 11 in a row.
Well, unfortunately, that wasn't a smart move by Madsen to foul the shooter beyond the arc.
Dunker's going to come out being replaced by Brandt. Amazing, and I just said it, Bruce, 19 points. You cannot let this team get a sniff.
Now,
Peter Crawford with a chance for a 4-point play, and Adelaide to go on a 12-0 run, and he hits it. PC, 4-point play, and this is a ball game once again. In the matter of 2 minutes, it's gone from 19 to 7. Perry to Childress. Again, the 36 are staying in this zone. Now Perry. Now they switch it up. Finds Garlop. Garlop, right-hand dribble. Garlop goes into the paint. Garlop, floater in the air. And that's a settling basket for the Kings.
It is. Tough basket. And timely, too, from one of the veterans.
Great play by Tommy Garlop. 91-82. 5:54 left. Here's Gibson attacking Perry. Gibson up fakes. Cross-court pass. Stolen by Madgen. Madgen ahead of the pack. Madgen goes into the rack. Fouled! And scores off the window. Ben Madgen with a chance for a three-point play.
There you go, strong.
That was super, Bruce. They look at that and got absolutely monstered by Modem and Crawford and made it off the window. Spectacular play by Madgen.
Not only that, it was a good deflection. He ended up getting a steal out of that and finishing it.
25 points, 5 assists, 3 steals for Madgen. And a chance for one at the line. Kings back out by 11. Ball in the air, swish. 5 in a row for the Kings, and they pulled it back to a 12-point game, 94-82. 5:42 left in the game. Long way to go, folks. Here's Crawford, he's hot. Crawford for 3, and that's short this time. Offensive rebound, Petrie off the window, no good. Another offensive rebound, Petrie scored the foul. Great play, Anthony Petrie. Super play. Boy, he's a workhorse, Bruce. He just never gave up on that play.
No, not at all. And that's just an example of Adelaide. You know, these guys got pride. These guys that know it's the fourth quarter, they know that they have to, step their game up a notch.
So Peach hasn't done much on the offensive end. He's only 4 of 8, but he's got 10 points now. 4 of 9, I should say. Free throw in the air, and that's a 3-point play for Anthony Petrie. And it's back to single figures, 94-85. They show some pressure. They double-team Perry in the backcourt. He finds Garlop. Garlop ahead of the pack. Now Childress. Someone's open. Madgen cross-court gets him. Madgen now is going to settle it down.
Great idea.
Run some time. So 10 on the shot clock. Garlop. Childress going left hand. Childress going to the rack. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound. Brandt was fouled.
Wow.
No call. Bodies all over the floor. Brandt, Childress, and Shensha. Meanwhile, the 36ers with a break. Perry steals it with those long arms. Gets it to Childress. Childress, showtime dunk. Quite an easy two-hand dunk for Josh.
We was expecting just a little bit more showtime.
He's tired. He's tired. 32 for Childress. Kings lead by 11, but that was Kendrick Perry with those great hands and that length. Modem, top of the key, launches a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, tracked down by Childress. Childress now with 18 rebounds. Here's Perry. 36ers have switched. They're going to a man, so the Kings can attack this, Bruce. 4:30 left. This is where they've had their most success. Childress, guarded by Petrie. Right-hand dribble. Childress attacks, kicks it out. Perry, 5 on the shot clock. He's got to get it up. Perry, top of the key for 3. That's long. Rebound, chased down by Adam Gibson. 4:13 left. Kings lead by 11. Here's Gibson. Still Gibson. Gets a pick. Has to kick it out. Lays it off to Petrie. He loses it. Gets it back. Petrie shot off the window. Rebound Garlop. To Perry and now Madgen. 4 minutes left. So the Kings get a stop. Can they execute offensively? They're going to run some clock. Perry. Looking for Madgen on a curl. Finds him. Madgen, left-hand dribble. Madgen, baseline pull-up. That's well short. Rebound Shensha. Gibson with the ball.
Kings needing another stop here.
Gibson, they double team him. Shensha's open. Gibson can't find him. Gibson, fine pass to Petrie. Misses a layup. So that was an excellent pass by Gibson. Missed the layup. Garlop ahead to Madgen, and both Garlop and Gibson fall to the floor. Now Childress with a step through. Childress! Unbelievable!
Nice
double clutch, right hand off the window. Childress putting on a show. He has 34 points, and the Kings lead by 13. That was huge, Bruce.
I think that was a double clutch Euro step to the other side.
It was, wasn't it? Here's Crawford off a curl. Crawford pulls back, fires away for 3. No good. Rebound Perry. Here come the Kings, 3-on-1. Perry goes hard to the rack. Perry throws it up, and it's a blocking foul. We'll have to have a look at the replay. Blocking foul on Crawford. on Petrie, I think it was. No, it was Gibson.
Yeah, well, that was dangerous.
We can't, just trying to think. Crawford went to the floor, which is why I thought it was Crawford. It's Gibson's 4th. Meanwhile, Madgen, who's exhausted, is going to get a huge ovation from the crowd. He's going to sit with 2:55 left. I don't think he's going to sit very long. I think Damien's just going to give him a quick rest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's Kendrick Perry at the line for 2.
That's probably a time where a defensive break, because Kevin White would be on Adam Gibson.
Adam Gibson, yeah. So smart substitution there by Sydney Kings head coach Damien Cotter to get Madge out and get a defensive specialist Kevin White into the game. Meanwhile, here's Perry at the line for 2. First one, and rattles home. Had a few of those, Bruce, rattle around the rim this afternoon.
Yeah.
Perry with 9, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Second one coming up. That looks better. Swish. Henry Perry into double figures. He's got 10. The Kings lead is back out to 15. 2:50 left, and they hit the century, 100-85. The third straight game they've hit 100 points against Adelaide. Here's Modem firing away. Brock Modem. He's not going to die wondering.
No, not at all.
2 only. Foot on the line. 100-88. No, check that. It was a 3. 100-88. Yeah. Right out. Technical guru flashing the 3 side. I thought it was 2. They're giving Childress the 3. He's not going to take it. Instead, he just goes into the paint. He's blocked. He gets it back. Left hand off the window. No good. Tapped out by Petrie. Throws it to Tees somehow. So Adelaide down by 12. Here's Gibson. Gibson pulls up for 3. No, not that time. Petrie offensive rebound blocked by Brandt. And somehow it's saved out of bounds. Who's that going to be off? I have no idea. They're saying off the Kings, so it'll be Adelaide possession. It was a great play that time by Kevin White to save it.
Good hustle play.
Good hustle by Kevin. Meanwhile, it'll be Cody Ellis coming into the game. Childress, Josh Childress. Oh, am I coming in? No. No, you're not, Josh.
Got a tech on someone.
And what have we got here? We've got a technical foul that's been called. Who's the technical foul on the 36ers has been called by Brett Hogan. So I don't know what this is for. Looks like let's see if we can get the call here from Brad Gish. He's going to go talk to Joey Wright. Meanwhile, Tommy Garlop's going to shoot the technical free throw. Joey Wright doesn't understand. I didn't see it, Bruce.
I didn't either.
Is it a flop, perhaps? I mean, they have called a flopping warning, but Garlop's free throw was good. 101-88.
So was the tech a flop? Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking the question. I don't know. Was it a flop? I didn't see a flop, but anyway, out of it, that was the call. So to be Kings possession. Either that or someone mouthed off about a no call and a foul, Bruce, off that scrum.
Yeah.
2 minutes left. Here's Childress. Left-hand dribble. Kicks it out to Ellis. Ellis, right hand, goes to the rack. Ellis, and they monster him. They block it out of bounds to Adelaide. So it was a good idea by Cody, but perhaps just forced it a little bit.
Yeah, he got himself in too deep.
Too many trees in there. And it's Adelaide possession. 1:50 left. It's plenty of time. They're only down 13, but they need some quick scores. There's one. Tees. Score at the basket by Kevin White. That's a bad decision by Kevin. And that's going to be a timeout. No, they're going to call a sub, and Madgen's going to get White out of there.
Well, he had White in there for the defensive reason. Now Madge being back in there for the offense.
And Tees burned him, so it's 101-90. Brendan Tees hasn't been his best night. He's got 5 on that 3-point play. 101-91. 10 points is not much against Adelaide with 1:45 left. They press up. Childress breaks it. Finds Garlop. The Kings are going to run some clock. Here's Perry. 16 on the shot clock. 1:35 on the game clock. Still Perry. Guarded by Tees. He's looking for Madgen. He can't find him. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now Perry's going to go to work. Perry floats in the air and he's rejected by Petrie. Great play, Anthony Petrie. So there's still time. Petrie finds Tees. Tees guarded by Childress. Here's Tees. Throws it up. Throws it away. He was looking for Modem and it's out of bounds. Knocked off Sydney actually. 10 points with 1:17 left. Adelaide baseline possession with Adam Gibson to inbound the ball. Looks like they'll need a quick 3. Here's Petrie. Petrie launches a 3 off the inbound. It's short. Oh, offensive rebound. Tees. There's a lot of Sydney trees in there. Has to kick it out. Gibson up fakes. Now he launches a 3 and that's short. Offensive rebound. Adelaide slapped out by Childress. Modem saves it. Modem kicks it to Gibson. 1 minute left. Gibson for 3! Adam Gibson hits it. 101-94. So, again, still plenty of time. Here's Garlop. They double team him. Perry. Someone's open. Ellis. They get it to the front court. 50 seconds left. Perry. Kings up by 7. 45 seconds.
Here. They need to not.
5 on the shot clock. Garlop has to go to work. Garlop, they slap it out of his hands, and it's a turnover. Here comes Tees. Brendan Tees goes to the rack. Tees off the window is good. Unbelievable. Adelaide 101 to 96. It's a 5-point game with 31 seconds left. Bruce Bolden.
Well, what the Kings did these last 3 or 4 possessions, instead of being aggressive and attacking, they went soft. They sort of thought, okay, well, let's just kind of run the clock down a little bit. Now that plays into Adelaide's hand, and it interferes with Kings' offensive flow as they were going in the first half. So now Damo will be diagramming a particular offense to where probably they want it to be a higher percentage shot, get the ball into Josh Childress' hands.
So look at that team foul count. Kings 4, Adelaide 3. So what's the strategy here from Adelaide's point of view, Bruce? Because it'll be Kings' possession. There's 31. Joey's got a few options here because he knows he's going to get the ball back. Do they foul quickly to get the foul count to 4, like immediately, and then try and get a stop and then a score and then obviously a foul, or do they put the Kings on the line straight away?
With Joey, I don't think they will foul because they would probably switch and deny everything, but they're probably not going to look to foul because they'll jack a 3 within 5 seconds.
So it'll be Josh Childress.
So they'll be looking to play some really good D, hopefully get a stop, get it up as quick as they can to shoot a 3.
Josh Childress is asking Coach Cotto what he wants to run. He's going to inbound the ball. Childress finds Madgen. That's the guy you want, and they foul him. So they did foul him straight away, Bruce. 30 seconds, so only a second elapsed off the clock that time.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they're not in the bonus.
That's what I was looking at, yeah.
Yes.
The 3, but now they are. So this will be an interesting call. Josh Childress will inbound the ball. Meanwhile, Modem is in the game, and Richie Edwards, who we haven't seen. And I think BJ Anthony's actually fouled out of the game, I believe. So here's Garlop, 28 seconds left, finds Childress, and Daly fouls him. So Joey's decided to foul, and he'll get the ball back. So it'll be Josh Childress, who has 34 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 block shots. One of the most spectacular individual performances you will ever see. That's what they call filling up the stat sheet. He has done that and then some. Free throw, and it's good. That's just clutch. 102-96, so it's a 2-possession game. This one's huge because it makes it a 3-possession game with 25 seconds left. Childress, 35, looking for 30.
And Peter Crawford's coming in for...
and he does.
Yeah, for that 3-point shot.
So Josh Childress has been amazing. 36 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 block shots. Timeout Adelaide. 25 seconds left. It's the Kings 103, Adelaide 96.
We knew it was going to be a high-scoring game between these two teams, and especially where the first quarter was, where it was 28-27.
You have to give Adelaide enormous credit. As Bruce and I just have a look at the lovely Harlequins. We won't say any more about that. But you have to give them enormous credit, Bruce, because we have to remember no Mitch Creek. No Jamal Wilson, and Jamal Wilson would have definitely made a difference tonight.
Oh, for sure. And now you got to think about, well, when those two guys come back to the team, they're going to be a deadly team. Particularly the way Marcham doesn't hesitate. He gets that ball, first look, score.
It's amazing, he hit a 3 with his first touch in the National Basketball League, and he's just gone on from there. I mean, he's played a great game. He's got 26 points and 4 rebounds. Has committed 5 turnovers, but I'm not going to be hard on him for that one.
Yeah.
Not when he's just come into the lineup.
Yeah.
So once again, the Kings, they bring in Kevin White. They've got 3 guards out there in Perry, Madgen, and White, with Childress at the 4 spot and Garlop. So they're going with a very mobile lineup against Adelaide shooters, and they've got all 5 shooters on the floor.
Yeah.
Tees, Modem.
Rest assured they're getting ready to launch 3s.
25 seconds left. It'll be Tees to inbound the ball. He's looking for Gibson, can't find him. Instead, Modem, guarded by Childress. Modem goes hard to the rack. Modem misses a layup, but tips it in. Great play by Brock Modem. 103-98. and it's just referee telling Modem just to back off a little bit on the baseline. So Adelaide obviously in full court press. They find Perry, and Perry's fouled by Tees in the backcourt. 19.6 seconds left. So there's still a lot of time remaining.
Yeah, it's 2-possession game.
And here's Kendrick Perry trying to make it a 3-possession game once again. Free throw in the air, and it's swish. Nothing but net. Again, another crucial free throw coming up for Kendrick Perry. 3-possession game. Should just about do it with less than 20 seconds left. Ball in the air, swish. Boy, the Kings have made some clutch free throws down the stretch. Childress and now Perry. 105-98. Here's Gibson into the front court. Gibson attacking Childress, going baseline, swings it out. Crawford double team quickly, gives it to Tees. Tees, nice pass. Petrie will score off the window. 7 seconds left.
Over with.
Perry's got the ball and he's fouled. So 5.7 seconds left. Stay with us after the game. We're going to have Damien Cotter come and have a chat to us. As he does, he graciously gives up his time after every game to speak to us in our post-game show. And that's the end of Brock Modem. He's fouled out, but what a game he's played. And Perry hits the free throw to make it 106-100, and that should pretty much do it. One more. And it's in the air, it's good. So the Kings 6 big free throws. And now Madgen steals the inbound. And is it out of bounds? Yeah, Madgen throws it up, but less than 4 seconds left and the Kings leading by 7. They're going to win this one. Back-to-back wins for the Kings. Petrie ahead of the pack, off the window, rebound to Crawford, 0.0, shot, no good, that's it, it's all over. And what a game, the mighty Sydney Kings, after starting their year 1-3, they improved to 3-3, they've won both games on the weekend, they have outlasted a gallant Adelaide 36ers, 107-100. Sensational performance by not only the Kings, by the 36ers. What a game, Bruce Bolden.
Well, yeah, no question about it. It was a great game by both teams. The Kings were able to sustain the lead. Again, you know what the Kings did? Like on Friday night, they played 4 quarters of good basketball. Led by Josh, followed through with Mads having a great game here tonight. Kendrick had a solid game. There's some contributors from the guys off the bench. You know, it was a great game.
Kevin Brooks, great Adelaide player, shaking hands with Bruce Bolden. And right now, it's our pleasure to welcome Coach Damien Cotter. And Coach, congratulations, a great weekend for the Kings. But Adelaide, they're such a great team. They made you earn that one.
Yeah, we played very well in that third defensively, I felt, and we just lapsed concentration, and we'll view it on the film, and, you know, it's great to win. You know, to be 1-3 before the weekend, and then to come back and get those sorts of wins. You know, we converted free throws at the end. You know, we just lost our way a little bit offensively, and they're a good team, right? You know, that's what we've got to do, try and string 2 good quarters, I think, against these sorts of teams defensively, like we have been. It's going to help us win games.
And just want to talk about Josh Childress. I mean, you've been around a long time, and that has to be one of the finest individual performances.
What do you end up with?
Well, just looking at it, just have a look at the stats. Childress finishes with 36 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 blocked shots and a single turnover.
Yeah,
it's extraordinary performance.
You know, they do the right thing, leaving him on the floor.
Yeah, he played all 40 minutes. I wanted to ask you about that. Was that by design, or was that something you discussed with Josh?
You know, no, I told him he'd start playing more. And I told him he owed us 2 big ones, and he's given us that this weekend. You know?
Yeah. With the Adelaide coming in with Brock, was it a little difficult to try to scout him, knowing that they were bringing him in?
Oh, look, I think Adelaide are going to be pretty good to get them by the 7 we did. We don't want to be conceding 100 points, but I think as Brock finds his rhythm in that system, they're going to be pretty. They're going to be tough to go. You know, it's a great win for us.
Yeah. And the other side of it, of course, Ben Madgen, who's been struggling a little bit with shooting the basketball, got off early and
what do you end up with?
Typical Madgen game. So Madgen ends up with 26 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 5 of 7 from
yeah,
three.
you know, like people need to be patient with this young team. I feel like it's very new.
Yeah.
And it's very young. You saw the jitters we got, you know, and we'll get better. You know, like it's and we have got better. You know, and then we've been in most games, and I think along with shooting comes with everything. You know, so tonight was Madge's night. Next week it might be Jay Caddy's night. Who knows?
So next week, of course, the Perth Wildcats on Sunday. It's the big test again, and obviously a big week of training for the guys ahead, and trying to combat what obviously they're the standout team in the league, or one of the standout teams in the league.
Yeah, I feel for us it's a great challenge. You know, now with Adelaide, Perth, New Zealand, Cairns, they're the along with Melbourne, there's 5 very good basketball teams, and we've just got to be a little bit more consistent, which is all I say, I feel like. But yeah, so it's good.
Yeah. All right, Coach Cotter, thank you very much for joining us once again. We really appreciate your time. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Coach Damien Cotter with us there, and just Bruce to finish up. So we'll just run through the final stats with you. Once again, the Kings winning 107-100. Super game by the Sydney Kings. They shoot 34 of 68 from the field for 50%. 8 of 19 from three-point range at 42%. Free throw shooting was incredible. 31 of 35, 89%. That is outstanding. They're led by, I've been watching this team since 1988. I've seen them come and I've seen them go. But under the circumstances, that was one of the best individual performances I have ever seen. Josh Childress, 36 points, 11 of 18 from the field, 13 of 15 from the free throw line, 19 rebounds, 4 offensive, 7 assists, 5 block shots. He was fouled 9 times and committed just a single turnover. Just a mind-blowingly good performance. Ben Madgen was sensational as well. 26 points on 9 of 15 shooting, 5 of 7 from 3, perfect 3 of 3 at the line. He adds 5 assists and 4 steals, and he was excellent. Kendrick Perry was terrific, only 3 of 10, but 8 of 8 from the foul line, Bruce, and those clutch free throws down the stretch. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Tom Garlop, solid as ever, 15 points for Tommy, 2 rebounds and 3 block shots. Kings, as a team, blocked 11 shots, which is absolutely huge. For the 36ers, beaten by no means disgraced. They were led by Adam Gibson. He was just outstanding. Coming off that 34-point game last week against New Zealand, continued on 30 points. At one stage, he was 8 of 8 from the field, finishes 11 of 16. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Brock Modem, Bruce talked about him, hit a 3 with his first touch of the basketball and continued on from there. What a weapon he's going to be for this ball club. 28 points and 5 rebounds. And just make sure Bruce's mic is turned on there. Yeah, you're back, partner. Yep. and Peter Crawford, excellent off the bench. 14 points and 2 assists for PC. Anthony Petrie battled hard, as he always does. A double-double for him. 13 points and 14 rebounds. 36ers shoot 44% from the field, 40% from 3, 10 of 25. They were 14 of 15 from the line. Rebound count favoured Adelaide, and I mean that would probably be the one big concern, Bruce. 46-33 on the boards for the 36ers. 20 offensive rebounds, which was quite amazing. Assist count favoured the Kings, 16-12. Turnovers, Sydney 13, Adelaide 15. Sydney had 6 steals and 11 block shots, which was huge. Points from turnovers, the Kings had 14, the 36ers 7. Points in the paint, Kings won that 34-28. Second chance points, not surprisingly. 36ers from those 20 offensive rebounds scored 17 points. The Kings just 4 from their 6 offensive rebounds. Points off the bench. Well, I suppose when you're bringing Brock Bodum off the bench, Bruce, you're gonna get some points. 44 to the 36ers, just 13 to the Kings. A slight concern for Damien Cotter.
Yeah, no, it was a great game, and it's one of those games where you know it's going to be a good game. Then you have the individual displays of Brock, Josh, Adam Gibson. Both teams had 4 players in double figures, and coach always want to see that.
Okay, so we are going to sign off here from the Qantas Credit Union Arena. I'm Matt McQuaid, and thanks for joining us very much today on City Kings Radio, and I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We will be back on air next Sunday, the 16th of November, from the Kingdome in Sydney, as the Sydney Kings take on the defending National Basketball League champions, the Perth Wildcats. Coverage commences at 1:45 p.m. You do not want to miss that one. It's a rematch. So on behalf of my broadcast partner, Bruce Bolden, our technical guru and producer, James Bowman, it's been great to have your company today on Sydney Kings Radio. Stay safe wherever you are. Good afternoon.
Stay tuned.
City King season is on now. High energy entertainment at its best. Be there to see slam dunk and basketball. Rub shoulders with celebrities, get caught kissing on the kiss cam. The Kings have the best singers, DJs, and dancers.